We'll like to welcome Trump to the White House. That is his time is I don't even know the words. Would like to welcome you to everything to used to know. This is our life, this is our time where the passport bros will like to welcome you to everything there is to know. This is our life, this is our time where the passport bros will like to welcome you to everything there is to know. This is our life, this is our time where the passport bros will like to welcome you to everything there is to know. This is our life, this is our time where the passport bro show. Let's get it, man. What's up, brothers, man? Been 2 weeks since we've been here. Hope you're well, brothers. We got Phil wife in the building. How you doing, Phil? You good, bruv? Oh shoot! I think there's a delay. Or maybe are you on mute? Yeah, I think you're on mute, bro.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm still celebrating. I'm happy. Oh yeah, this is good. So I'm definitely thrilled. This is a big thing. You there? You should be
Yes,
there.
indeed. Welcome back. Welcome back. So Bio's here. We're here. So, brothers, first and foremost, before we speak about the US election, the effects from it, what passport bros want from Donald Trump, first and foremost, right, please hit the like button. Okay, please hit the super chat tonight, hit the PayPal donation, support the channel, support the movement. Please make sure you join the Patreon, okay, because there's a couple crypto and stocks on there that I wrote about and they're popping off right now. Join the Patreon. I'll be posting my an article of my experience in Germany on the Patreon. Okay, hotels to book, where to go to for clubs. The best areas for entertainment and leisure. That'll be the Patreon coming this week, and of course, I also jumping on this week as well on the Patreon. New stock for brothers to research and brothers to get inspiration from. Okay, so look out for that. Aside from that, please book your IT consultation with me. If you want any IT guidance, so get into IT support, book your IT consultation with me. Python course coming Q1 2025. Q1 2025. Shout out to my current Python students. If you're here, type a one in the chat. You guys are awesome. Been a great pleasure teaching you so far. So Q1 2025 Python course. Cop the merch too. That'd be greatly appreciated. And look out for intel on Japan coming very soon. So we got to do Ibiza, Spain, Munich, Germany, and Japan. So live streams on that are coming very, very soon. So please follow my Kick and my Twitch. The Spain and Germany streams will be on Twitch and Kick, maybe Japan as well. So please follow my Twitch and Kick. Okay, and I'll post that in the chat very soon. Japan was awesome. I have many clips from Japan, a lot of content, and I'll be dropping videos, shorts. I'll be dropping my commentary on Japan. I loved it out there. A lot of intel, clubbing, meeting people. That's coming on the channel very, very soon. Okay, awesome. So let me post a link to my Twitch and Kick pages because I'm planning to do my Germany streams and my Spain streams only on Kick and Twitch. So if you're not on there, please go and follow me on Twitch and Kick, okay? Twitch and Kick. I need you all there to follow me on there. And I'm still thinking about Japan, man. Video Japan, bro. Before we even speak about, the election, bro, Japan was awesome, bro. And I can say that I think we need to get 1 million black men over to Japan as soon as possible, bro. Okay.
Yeah. Let's try to get our students to actually pass our Python and cloud courses first. Let's think about that. Let's be realistic. All right. So
Okay.
that'll be good. Anyway, keep on going.
Okay, awesome. If you're on Blue Sky, I'm officially on Blue Sky. So here's my Blue Sky account. I'm on Twitter too. and Twitter is popping off. You know, but I'm also on Blue Sky too. So here's my Blue Sky account. Follow me on Blue Sky, okay, and be in touch with me, etc., etc. There's my Blue Sky account on the chat, okay. So let's get straight into it, right? Okay. Now, as you know, Trump has won the U.S. election, okay, and we're going to break down how he won it, the effects on the market of him winning it, and what passport bros want from Donald Trump. I think Theo has a list of things where he wants things done from Trump in regards to HB1 visas and other stuff as well. And we're going to break it down, Theo, as you are an American man living in America, okay? But first and foremost, Theo, right? We got to talk about, you know, Trump's incredible win, okay? Now, I knew Trump would win, right? But not to an extent where he literally molly whooped Kamala Harris. Can we talk about the landslide win here? Because I'll bring up the screen as well, Theo. Let me see. Present, share screen. Let me see. Present, share screen, share screen. Look at this, right? Let me just show you just how bad Trump annihilated Kamala, okay? Look how red this is, Theo. The popular vote, over 4 million in popular votes, more than Kamala Harris. And look at this red wave, brother. Theo, do you want to speak about how he did it, brother, in your opinion?
Yeah, so this was a good old-fashioned shellacking. This was a complete, pretty much like a Death Star annihilation of the Democratic Party. So for the first time, Trump actually won the popular vote without any contest. He won by 5 million votes, but also on top of that, I mean, make sure it's a 5. Does it really say 5 million on there?
Yeah, so it's 5 million.
Okay, so it is. Let me expand this. Let me get this better. So on there, you've got 71 million for her, 75 million for him. It's about 4 million. I'll be fair, because I don't want people to take this and use it out of context. So he got more votes than last time, which is amazing. He got more votes than any other GOP candidate in history, both this election and the previous one. But the big thing for Harris, she had 11 million less votes for her than there were for Biden. So she lost 11 million votes. That is huge. That is such. I mean, that's a total crusher. And not only that, she lost the white female vote. So 53% of white females voted for Trump. So basically, if she couldn't get white women to vote for her, why should she think anyone should vote for her? As far as I'm concerned, that's it. That was the main demographic that she needed to win, and she did not win that demographic whatsoever. So they lost for numerous reasons. Basically, in a nutshell, Kamala had no policy to offer the American people except that she was not Trump. That's it. And she claims to be black and Indian. We know she's Indian. I still don't accept her as a sister. No. I don't accept her as ADOS or an African descendant whatsoever. I cannot accept it. No, she does not look that way at all. Her father doesn't look that way at all. I do not accept it. So it's like what Trump said. She's black only when she wants to be. I mean, when she was a side chick to that one guy, Montrell in California, that's about the only time she had black in her. That's it.
Yeah.
Outside of that, no black in her, as far as I'm concerned.
Thanks.
So that's the main reason. And the economy is bad. She was a horrible candidate. Immigration was huge on this one. I would say for me personally, it was the economy. This economy is not what it's supposed to be. The previous economy under Trump was amazing. and only had problems with COVID. But even with the COVID problems, I hit $600,000 a year during COVID. Like my career just kept on going. With Biden, I had continuous problems in the last from 2022 on to now, continuous problems with maintaining any salary above $300,000 a year. I had to really work hard to do it. Was with Trump, it was like manna from heaven. I just couldn't stop working. Interest rates are too high. You can't get a house properly. That interest rates and the housing market were a big factor for me deciding to abandon the United States and go live abroad. So I have to say this was a good old fashioned shellacking. She deserved it. I wouldn't say she deserved it. The Democrats deserved it for being arrogant, closed-minded, refusing to listen to other people. I mean, again, one of the big examples of this is that we have been saying that we are concerned about black jobs, and the Democrats said there's no such thing as a black job. And amazingly, us voted, and now Kamala doesn't have a black job. I mean, that's like the biggest justice I could possibly think of. And I'm thinking about that, not just what I'm saying, for what our students are going through. The amount of work and preparation they are doing is amazing. So hats off to the students, hats off to people who supported Trump. And only that, he got 53 Senate seats. I mean, that's like a Death Star right there. When they lost the Senate, that's a big thing. So I'm all for, Trump doing what he needs to do to change the country now.
And he's also about to win the House of Representatives as well, from what I saw. So majority Senate, majority House of Representatives, president. He's got full control now, so he can pass most laws he can. And let's see what he's doing. Let's see what he can do.
Oh, this is going to be amazing. Oh yeah, this is going to be good.
Facts. So we are going to get to the part where what you want to see from Donald Trump, brother, as a passport bro in America. Okay, so we know that Trump has money whooped Kamala Harris 412 votes to 226. Incredible, right? Popular vote too, also incredible. Now, also want to talk about the breakdown of the demographics of actually who voted for Trump, and how certain demographics voted for Trump more than in previous years, and why was that? Okay, so let me stop sharing my screen over here. Hold on. Okay, stop sharing. And let me bring up this full breakdown, right, as to just how bad it got for Kamala Harris. Okay, it comes to a point where you become too far left, you start pushing out nonsense, and people just get fed up. Most people care about jobs, the economy, feeding their family and their kids, are not a bunch of rainbow stuff, not a bunch of, hey, black men, we have weed for you. Hold on. So the white man is out here with Teslas, building Teslas. The white man is out here building Microsofts. And you're telling us the black man's true potential is selling weed and becoming major players in the weed game. At some point, if you're a black man in America and, if you're serious about your life and your future, you would not vote for Kamala Harris after that particular policy list for black men. What was that all about for you? I think that played a part in her losing some of the black male vote. But let me share my screen over here in a bit. Hold on. Share screen. Share screen, okay? So it says here, right, okay? How shifts amongst key demographic voting groups sealed Trump's 2024 election victory. The Democrats lost votes among Latino men, black men, and even young voters. That's insane, bro. Okay? So if we look down to here, right, let's break down diving into the Latino shift for Trump, because, brother, Latinos showed out for Trump crazy in this election, bro. Okay? Crazy.
Yeah.
So, look at this, brother, right? So in 2020, right, okay, 65% of Latinos voted for Democrats, blue. However, in 2024, bro, okay, only 53% voted for Democrats this time around, and it went from 32% voting for obviously Republicans to now 45%. It was this shift here in certain key states here that doomed Kamala Harris, bro. Theo, why did Latinos shift towards Republicans this time around, bro?
I'm baffled by this. I'm surprised. I don't know why. I really want to know why, honestly. I've not talked to Latinos. All I know is that I'm here in Austin, and I heard when I was going to go vote, I actually heard Latinos and Black men talking about how they were going to vote different this time. That's all you can. That's basically all you can say if you're waiting in line to vote. You can't talk about politics. It's pretty much taboo to do. So we're all good behavior. We don't say anything. But basically, I'm surprised because I think it was the Democrats' policy. Again, chat, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, I'm looking at the chat as I'm talking here. It's been the Democrats' policy to allow as many illegals from the southern border to pass through as possible. And with all of that, it backfired. Latinos voted against the party who was allowing this. And I'm very surprised. I think maybe they had enough. That or they wanted. I don't know. Again, I don't speak for them. Anybody watching this, I don't want you to start hating me. I'm saying I don't know exactly. Tell us. We're definitely interested in why you voted for Trump, because that was a seismic wave change, seismic change. That, boy, Kamala didn't work. She was too busy being Indian or Black to figure out Latinos didn't like her. I mean, talk about a slam. Again, I'm hearing someone that says super chat. It says Latinos come from a patriarchal society where the man rules the house. There's no way they were voting for a woman. Let's be honest. I don't know. Maybe you're right. Okay, and if that's true, that means basically the Democrats are allowing a lot of future GOPers to come across the border, which is
no
ironic.
IQ from them. Ironic,
yeah.
Man. No IQ
very
from
ironic.
Democrats.
I want you to have people to know who are listening to this. I have no problems voting for a woman. I voted for Carol Moseley Braun in, I believe it was 1992 when she did her Senate run in Illinois, because I'm from Illinois. I voted for Hillary Trump. Sorry, Hillary. I voted for Hillary Clinton in 2016. No regrets about doing this. I wanted Tubsi. That's her name, Tubsi. I forgot her name. But I wanted the woman who knocked Kamala out in 2020. I wanted her to be president. I liked her quite a lot. So I don't have any problems with voting for a woman. I don't have anybody to say that. What I do have problems is voting for someone or supporting someone who first has been appointed, didn't run for the office, lost the primaries, has no policies whatsoever, and doesn't respect men. She has her policy, especially Black men, she is anathema in that group, while she's saying that she is born from a Black man. No, bro, I can't accept it. Nah, ain't gonna happen.
Facts. You know, they're bringing in people from Honduras, Guatemala, Mexico, Brazil, you know, Argentina, and these are socially conservative countries. These are, you know, countries that, you know, believe in gender roles. These are countries that don't believe in that, largely in most cases, rainbow stuff, all that genderless stuff. You know, it's like these Democrats say that they don't think, and even if you put Latinos aside, right, when you bring in Africans and Asians too, they're also coming from conservative nations too that are socially conservative. So what do you think is going to happen in the future, bro? It's common sense here. It's like these people, they they just think too emotional. And that's what happens if you're ruled by emotional people, you make emotional decisions.
Yep.
It's as simple as that, bro. Because if you actually break down the Latino demographic, right, a lot of Brazilians voted for Trump, a lot of Cubans voted for Trump. I saw a lot of Argentinians vote for Trump, and boohoo, those are in most cases conservative nations. Oh my days, bro.
Yeah, and they're thinking that these people are going to like automatically show submission and appreciation to the Democrats for allowing them to enter illegally. And no, it's not the way it works. I mean, it's just not. It's like all my 16 years that I had in Japan, I wouldn't say, "Oh, I'm thankful to the LDP for allowing me to be here. So if you make me a citizen, I'll vote for the LDP." I'd be like, "What the hell, man? I'd vote for who's best for me, not
Facts.
just because it's party." Like, what the hell? Okay, anyway, I should save my tongue. So this is some crap. Again, I'm listening. I say before I start talking, shout out to BGS. BGS has always stated that her father is black, and again, this is a policy precision. This is a policy point where I'm definitely different from BGS. Simply put, I cannot accept her father being black because my black radar doesn't go off. I mean, does it go off with? Do you see a picture of her father?
Nope.
Go look up a photo of her father. It's there. Go to another screen or something. I looked up a picture of her father, saw it in black and white and in color, and in no way did I think, oh, bro, like, oh, we have a shared experience. No, I don't have that going off. If I see a black person, that thing in my head, boom, it goes off, right? Oh, another black person. Oh, shared experience. Okay, how you doing? Right? It's there in my head. It's different from all other races, right? I saw her dad. No. I see Kamala. No. There's nothing like that going off inside my head. That's why I said, like, no, you're not. Sorry, man. You're not black. It's not it.
You ain't black, in the words of Joe Biden. You ain't black.
No.
So now let's go down further, right? And also we have to bear in mind that a lot of Hispanic people are conservatives, are Christian, and Catholic, and again, and that's a party of Republicans. So let's go to the black vote, because that's also interesting, because we had Obama showing out a couple weeks ago saying that if you don't vote for Kamala Harris as a black person, I'm disgusted. Obviously, rephrased, right? And that kind of made black men feel some type of way, bro. Feel some type of way. So it says here, right? Okay. There's been a huge speculation over the Democrats over losing the black vote. Overall, the number of black voters choosing Trump remains similar to NBC's 2020 exit poll, increasing by 1% to 30%. Okay. Yet the focus has shifted to the widening gender divide between black women and black men. Black men slid to Trump, but not dramatically. Okay, so interesting. Overall, Harris had a huge lead over all black groups. That's a shame. But 1 in 5 black men voted Trump. 1 in 5 black men voted Trump. That's pretty good. So in 2020, right? Okay, you can see here, all black, 87% of black people unfortunately voted for Biden Harris. Okay, whereas it was 12% that time. Okay, and if you break it down, 90% of black men voted for Trump in 2020. This time around, though, you can see there's a 2% percentage decrease. 85% of overall black people voted blue, whereas it was 30% that voted for red, which is Republicans. This point, though, feel right. 2% more of black men, 21% voted for Donald Trump, Republicans, which is pretty decent. And you can see here, right, more black women voted for Kamala Harris. Ugh. So, Phil, what's your thoughts here on black men increasing to Trump by 2%? Should it have been more, or is it slowly and steady? Whereas we're seeing black men peel away from Democrats.
It's slow and steady, and at least we did have an increase. That is good. So 2% increase. That's actually very good. But remember, if she were actually black, you would expect she'd have more black support.
Hmm.
That's why she ain't black, man. No, man. No, man. No.
Facts.
So, I mean, because when Obama ran, we're like, we know what we have to do here. Like, we understand, bro. You're black. Mm-hmm. We got you. We got your back. We get it, right? That feeling was not there for Kamala. No, man, it was like, no, sorry, you're IT support, bro. Okay, you're a Java programmer. All right, I'm not. You're not with us in chains. Not the way it is. Right? No reparations for you because you don't qualify.
Damn.
Oh yeah. I totally. So this is at least better. This is good that we had an increase. I think we have a stronger increase. But as one of my business colleagues was saying, the big thing is that men in the manosphere, we are more vocal. And that's during the last 4 years. It's what has exposed is men who are clearly vocal about what they support, like myself, and why they support it. Whereas before we were quiet, right? So as Kevin Samuels stated, women live in a la-la land in an alternative universe because men aren't saying what they're really thinking. But we know what we're thinking. So men need to actually step up. This is where men actually need to step up and actually say what they mean. See how that's used, guys? When we say step up, it's for our benefit. When women say step up, it's to transfer resources to them. Don't forget that.
Facts. Absolute facts, Theo. So look at black women here, though. I'm very upset with black women. I am very upset with black women, right? Over 9%, a 1% increase voting for blue Democrats. You know, black women are a lost cause. Western black women in the West are a lost cause. And I think black men should pull away from them and obviously become passport bros. And of course, if you're into black women, go to Africa, go to Brazil, go to flipping other countries where there's black women there. Western black women, the ABW, the EBW, E meaning English BW, UK BW as well, they're a lost cause, man. You know, they're going to always ride for liberals and Democrats. And we just can't just come together anymore. I just keeping it real, Phil, man. Just keeping it 100%, bruv.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. We can't. They are a lost cause. Well, we've known this for a long time. I mean, how many times have we stated on this channel? What are the only words we say to a Western woman? Good morning. Good afternoon.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good night.
Good night. Goodbye.
And goodbye.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's it. That's all we say to them. Again, that goes right on to the 4B movement that they're talking about right now. We're actually going to talk about in a second. When they say, like, we're not going to do this and that, we're like, we're long since gone over you, honey. Like, we don't even care. You're not on the menu. We're not even trying to go in for you. So the B-dub here, the Western woman, her doing this, we're not surprised. I think for the Democrats, of course, they followed through. You know, like, I mean, I'm not surprised about this, but they have nothing to do with us as far as we're concerned.
Facts, absolute facts, man. So let's carry on over here, right? So we can see here, right? Look at these liberal tears. So you can see here, right? Okay. Now
I'm still drinking them. I got a whole bottle right here. Yeah, they're fresh. They come in fresh, so we just have to purify them a little bit. It's pretty tasty, let's be honest.
So we can see here, right? Okay. I think that's 2020, 2024. I think this is 2024. 6% of white men voted for Trump as expected. However, what was shocking was that 53% of white women voted for Trump. And, you know, with all that talk about, baby deletion, blah, 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 that they were pushing heavy. She failed to win the majority of the white women vote, which is insane, bro. So white women didn't show up for Kamala Harris. Brother, we know right? And I think we mentioned how, like, society in America for representation purposes, for historical purposes, right? If they're gonna have a first female president, she has to be white. She can't be a Indian woman masquerading as a black woman. That won't sit well with how America is, bro. It's how it is. On,
well, it's not going to fit well with white women. And again, we have to go back to the 2016 election. Hillary also lost the white woman vote in 2016. So if she lost, yeah, it's true. I remember that. It's 47 versus 45. So if she couldn't win the white woman vote, how did Kamala think that she was going to win it? I sat back and I said, this is not going to happen. I know white women here. They're not going to go down for this. It's not just that the first, okay, if there's a woman president, it's not just that she has to be white, which I agree. She has to be conservative. Because that's the only way to get this 53% white woman vote. Then she'll get in. She ain't doing that. That isn't happening. No, she's not going to get in.
Facts. And what we're seeing here, right, is we're seeing more men become conservative and more women lean liberal. So that's going to cause a huge gender divide for many years to come in America. America is literally divided, bro, between conservatives and liberals. It's going to be a power clash for the next few decades as to who wants to push out their agenda, etc., etc. But I do believe that ultimately conservatives will win the war, particularly with Trump having full control of the country. We want to see education policies. We'll speak about it very soon, right? But I'm sure he's going to push out policies that will set him up for 2028, which I think Vance will run or someone else. So it'll be interesting to see how they're going to set things in motion for the next 4 years to ensure that, America doesn't become a liberal, degenerate hellhole. Because it's going that way right now. We've had a brainwashing our kids in college, how they're pushing out garbage in the TV shows, and we're sick of it, man. We're sick of it. So Latino women, 38% voted for Trump. That's quite a lot. So a lot of Latina women, right, they're on that conservative tip. And I was shocked there, bro. Ooh.
Yeah, I was definitely shocked. Yeah, that I was not expecting that at all. So shout out to Latinas, right? Gracias. You did a great job there. Thank you for coming through. Yeah, well, that I was not expecting it to be anywhere that high. So, I mean, you just have to look at the policies. So again, guys in the chat, think about this. So basically, this is the way I look at the Democratic Party. They're like, we have this candidate who's not Trump. So because this person is not Trump, we're going to take this opportunity to pass this other agenda. And by the way, we're going to put, like, for example, female sanitation napkins inside of male bathrooms. And we're going to push this kind of agenda. But you can't go against us, because if you do, then you're going to have Trump. That's the kind of manipulation, narcissistic kind of BS that I saw from the Dems. And I was going to say, I voted Democrat every election from 1998 until 2022, to be honest. I voted in the midterms. And when I saw that, I was like, no, wait, man, I am not down for this. This is not going to happen.
Facts. Absolute facts. Absolute facts, Phil. So another part that Trump won, which I'm also surprised, right, was the young vote. Okay. So it says here, right, the young generations, 18 to 29, have been considered a reliable source of democratic support in the 20th century. Okay. Exit polls in 2020 showed Biden winning 60% of the young vote and Trump just 36%. However, this year, right, Trump closed the gap by 7% amongst young people aged 18 to 29 in the 2024 election. And the exit poll showed that 54% voted for Kamala Harris compared to 43% for Trump, only a 12-point margin. So Trump increased heavily, brother, on the young vote, which is incredible, brother. And I can tell you why, brother. So
Hmm.
I remember, I think I saw an article, right, where you know, Trump said that, yeah, so here it is, right. So it says here, in particular, young men were 12% more likely to vote Trump than young women, and this was no accident. Okay. According to reports, the Trump campaign was instructed to consult 18-year-old Barron, which is Trump's 6'9" son. Imagine having a son that's 6'9", bro. That's insane. On his dad's appearances with podcasts popular with young men, like those with Logan Paul and Theo Vaughn. Okay. So now a lot of young men are watching these podcasts, particularly Joe Rogan, Theo Vaughn, etc., etc. And a lot of young men are frustrated with how women are behaving in the West, bro. Let's keep it real. They can't get dates, right? They've not had sex in many, many years. Okay. They are frustrated with their dating options, right? And they thinking that they know that liberalism is a cause of that. Feminism is a cause of that. So why would I vote for more liberal policies where it's really hell for men in the West, right, under Biden and Kamala? Another 4 years make it even worse. And a lot of men are frustrated with how things are in terms of the social and cultural climate in the US. So of course they came up, right, and showed out for Trump in 2024. Phil, is that a fair assessment as to how Trump won the young vote, aka the bro votes? What's your thoughts there, Phil?
I don't know exactly. I wouldn't necessarily say it was whether or not it's that, because I mean, just think of it. A lot of the situation that you're describing there was same for me in the '90s, right? Got women thinking this way or that way, even back then, and I voted straight Democratic. Um, what I think you're having what can I say? I think you have the agenda which is going too far, and they're not liking that. That would be about the only thing I can sense from what I'm seeing with other people while they're talking. I would say within my class in particular, they don't like the agenda. They want to get down to basics and at least have a stable life. And what they're looking at right now is a market which is unstable and non-supportive of them in particular, and where they need to go in life. The gap is just too large. And therefore, they're like, hey, I don't like this anymore. I'm going to go vote for somebody else.
Facts, absolute facts, man. And I think a lot of these streamers, like what's his name, Aiden Ross, and all these people, they lean conservative too, and they definitely helped out with Trump getting the young male vote. And do you know what, Phil? Right, I'm gonna give the hats off to Trump. Right, he ran a very effective campaign, right, in the last 3 or 4 months. Before that, it was good, but I feel like Kamala had the momentum. The celebrity endorsements, the news, legacy media backing her up, her dancing, her showing out. But in the last few months, something changed there. He got more aggressive on Twitter. He went on these podcasts. He's seen more presidential, and obviously with the support of Elon Musk. Elon Musk also came through for Trump, bro, heavily, brother, heavily. And
Right.
Gone, bro, yeah. And now he's in
Yeah.
power. So it just gone, bro.
My point of it was with Harris. The more she talked, the less presidential she looked.
Mm.
That was it. She was her own worst enemy. If she should have done what she should have done was learn for Biden and limit her access. Show something, but then limit access so that her negatives couldn't increase. Instead, she just kept on going and going and going, and I didn't want to see her face. That was it. I didn't want to hear her voice. Her voice was irritating. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So yeah,
Absolute
and
facts, man. Go on, bro.
yeah. I mean, hold on. So somebody just said in the chat, Republicans just won the House. So if that's true, which I assume is going to be true, then yeah, Trump just gave a true shellacking to the Democrats. Straight out. Harris was never a good candidate. She was never likable. She didn't win one primary in 2020. Not one. People didn't like her. She had campaign problems back in 2020. She had funding problems in 2020. She should never have been on the ticket. She was only there as VP in order to get black support. That's it. That's it. So essentially, Biden didn't really need her. So yeah, he's got Republicans win the House. That's it, man. That's just shows you just how bad Kamala was. When they won the House and the Senate, you got to be a bad candidate. I mean, we got to remember. Okay, so when did this last happen? Obama won both, but a lot of that was over dissatisfaction with Dubia over the war and the economy, which was just absolutely horrible. Yeah, of course we voted for Obama at that time because it was more of a protest vote. We're sick and tired of the situation. So Trump just won on that level during a peacetime economy. Dude, man, they should have ran Chewbacca instead of Kamala. He would have been a better candidate. I'm serious, man. At least he's likable. What's not like everybody likes Chewbacca, right? So let's just run him instead.
Facts. So you can see here, Republicans need to win 218 seats to have the majority of the U.S. House. They're on 214. They're also 53 Senate seats. I think they already control the U.S. Senate as well. But this part here is very important. The House. Phil, what's the effects of Republicans actually controlling the House as well in America? But can you break it down for me, please?
Well, the Democrats will be unable to introduce any laws. So all the introduction of laws will be with the GOP. So that means the Democrats are basically spectators. They can only sit there and try to obscure the process or vote 100% against the GOP, which of course that's what the GOP did to Obama in starting from 2009. So they can run that against the GOP as well. But if he has particularly 53% of the Senate, they can go nuclear, which is what I think they should do. So to go nuclear means instead of requiring a 60 votes in order to pass a law in the Senate, they just do 51. And then that's it. They can actually control the government effectively. I think they should do it. Just straight out. I'm sick and tired of the Democrats at this point. It's like get something done.
whether it's economic policy, whether it's the immigration stuff, whether it's something, just get something done, man. Just change the very fabric of America. Just drain the nonsense from America, man, and push out policies that is conservative, that will stop hating men, that will stop, this whole gender cultural war, that will just, bring peace between men and women, man. Because Democrats are responsible for this gender war, just gender culture, to the point where we're now passport bros.
Well,
do something, Trump.
The gender war isn't going to stop. No. There's no way of doing this. It is Democratic policy and feminist policy that men are the villain at all times. So if you walk down the street, you are the villain. The only way you can combat that effectively is to leave the country. That's it. That you cannot. There's no way. Or voting them out of power entirely, and so that they can't get their hands on policy. But even if that happens, they are still going to sit there and say that men are the villain. That's not going away. So any thought about like, oh yeah, the gender war is going to go away? Nope. It's just like Angelica in Ukraine. After the election happened, she says, oh, in 24 hours, the war is going to end. And I said, no. And she said, well, that's what Trump said. I said, no. It's going to take more than 24 hours for the war to end in Ukraine. We have some issues here to talk about, right? It's not going to be 24 hours. We might get a cessation for a while, a pause in the battle, but that's just going to be to rearm. We already saw that in World War I, World War II. So you have to be realistic. They're going to continue on this until their hearts change, and that's not going to happen for a long time.
Absolute facts. Absolute facts. So let's now see, right? Okay, stop sharing. Before we break down what passport bros want from Trump, right, and break down Phil's list here, let's see the effects of Trump winning the election. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you the Bitcoin screen here because I think it's very important just to show you value and show you why it's important to vote, sensibly and don't vote emotionally. Okay. Now, let me share my screen over here. Okay. Because a lot of lives are going to change in the next couple of months, right? Because of Yao voting for Trump. Okay. Present, share screen, share screen. Okay. Pardon me. Look at this, right? Ever since Trump won the election, or it was predicted that Trump would win the election, Bitcoin pumped on Tuesday from 69K, okay, which is last week Tuesday, to now just underneath 89K in less than a week, or in a week. This is the effect of Trump winning the election. Now, I know some of y'all would say, hey, IP, Trump said some things that were not nice about certain people, etc., etc. Well, guess what, bro? Liberals have also said some things about certain people too, about black people, right? And I always pose this question to brothers, right? Listen, racism is everywhere, right? But do you want to be poor and deal with racism? Or do you want to be rich and deal with racism? Mofo, I think the latter, right? The latter. Because I'm about tired of the emotional responses from dudes and women in regards to, oh, what he said there is bad. I mean, he's a dictator. He's bad. But look at Bitcoin, bro. Look at this. Look at this, man. Again, it's all about who gonna make us richer, who gonna put money in our pockets, okay? And at this point in time, it appears that Trump is gonna make a lot of people rich. Now, I don't have Bitcoin, unfortunately. I think we're all waiting for altcoin season. Okay. I think we're all waiting for that. And it starts from here with Bitcoin going through the roof. Theo, this is the effect of Trump winning the election. Bitcoin is up by 30%, brother, in 7 days. Crazy, right? This is insane, brother. Look at this. Theo, what's your thoughts here, bro? You're mute.
I think that's great. So, I mean, if I would have sold it at this level, I would have made almost $800,000 more. Yeah. Yeah. But that's okay. I mean, I made a pretty good number. I'd take it. Guys, this is our time. I kind of understand how this is working. This kind of makes sense. So, yeah, they're very bullish. It's not going to be sustained. It will go down, of course, but this is great. What I'm looking at is other tax policy that he's going to be doing, and I think this is going to benefit us directly. You know what you need to do. But, yeah, this is going to be phenomenal for us in America. I can't wait for it.
There you go. And it's not only Bitcoin that's popping off and the crypto market in general. Okay. There's also a particular stock that I wrote about on my Patreon, and that's to say, if you're not on the Patreon, you're missing out, bro. Okay, you're missing out. Okay, and I'm going to share my screen over here, right, and show you just how the stock has performed, right, ever since Trump won the election. Okay, so let me share my screen over here. Okay, let me bring it up. All right. Where is it? Okay, yeah, we're good. Okay, present, share screen, and share screen over here, and share screen. Okay, now there's a stock. Where is it? There's a stock called Tesla. Okay, and I wrote about this stock a couple months ago on my Patreon, and I told brothers that there is huge potential in this stock. Now, in the last few months or weeks, Elon Musk endorsed Trump, started supporting him on X. And when Trump won the election, okay, Tesla has popped off, okay, ever since Trump won the election, okay? Because it is assumed that it is assumed that Elon Musk and his companies will benefit from Trump's policies heavily, okay? Tesla has gone from, what's it called? It went from last week, Tuesday, $251 dollars per share to now $350 per share. That's crazy. That's an insane rally that is almost unheard of, Theo. Look at that, brothers. Again, do you think if Kamala won the election, Theo, do you think Bitcoin would have popped off? Do you think Tesla would have popped off? Hell no. Hell no. It's about time men start thinking about their interest. Enough with the emotional thinking. Enough with the liberal emotional thinking. Think about what really matters, right, on this earth. We need to gain wealth. Vote for the guy who's going to put money in your pocket, bruv. Look at this, Phil. Phil, what's your thoughts on Elon Musk endorsing Trump, right? And then seeing his company Tesla pop off, brother, to the point where, Phil, it's a 1.10 trillion market cap. It's not $1 trillion company, bro. Oh my gosh.
But look at, click on the 5-year button. Yeah, that's what I thought. So it has been up before, and it still has issues regarding its management. I'm here in Austin, so we do talk about Tesla quite a bit. I mean, I'm not a Tesla. I'm not a pure analyst and know everything about Tesla, but it has gone up and down based upon Elon Musk's thinking. I'm more concerned with SpaceX. SpaceX makes sense, and the amount of money that he can make with SpaceX, I think, is going to be huge. And then, like in 2017, Musk was a part of Trump's executive or advisory committee, and he left because he couldn't stand Trump anymore. And now he's back. So it looks like there's been a change. That one thing, Trump is more open to receiving proper criticism and good advice, and that Musk sees value in dealing with Trump. That's what I'm really looking at, is that he sees that value. So Elon sees value in there. There probably is value that's there. I don't know if it's necessarily there for Tesla. I think they're going to close the market to Chinese EV. That would actually make sense. But for me, it's SpaceX. That's what I'm looking at. They can actually, well, if they can get stock within SpaceX, would be huge. But if they don't, all the government contracts that'll be going to SpaceX will be unbelievable. So I think I think that's where Elon's going to win quite a lot.
There you go, man. The Trump effect, I call it. The Trump effect. Yo, Donald Trump is back, man, and I'm very happy about that. Hell yeah, I support Trump. I'm very happy that I do, and you can see the benefits of doing so. So the last part of this stream here, before we start reacting to some clips here, is what do passport bros, right, want from Donald Trump? Theo, you had a list that I saw the other day on Facebook, FB, and I'm sure you have it on your screen right now. If you can bring it up,
I got it in my head. I know.
So, brother, can you break down what over the next couple of minutes, brother? You as an American, as a passport bro, what do you want to see Trump do that will benefit passport bros in the long term and short term? Break it down.
The first thing I want to see is the foreign tax exclusion be expanded to the point that basically, if you're outside of the country for 10 months a year, you don't pay any federal taxes. If we had that as passport bros, as American passport bros, we would be filthy rich on that one. It would basically, if you're in Colombia or Brazil, it would increase your disposable income by at least 6 times. Again, compared to where you were at in America. So it would just be amazing. For me personally, I would probably get around $120,000 a year in tax returns minimum. That's a total game changer. It's like, again, what Bubble Gubbly said. I definitely agree with that. I would be able to afford, I could afford it now, but I'm just saying it would just pay for the entire moving of my gym, buying the Ford operating base, all that kind of stuff that I want to do in Colombia and Brazil. It would be done. The next one is only 10% capital gains tax for people who are 65 and above. I believe right now it's 15%, somewhere around there. I want that brought down to 10%. There is no reason to have it any higher than that. The next one is I want mandatory paternity testing done before a man can sign a birth certificate. And I word it that way because it's, women don't they won't see it. We're saying, oh, we're testing the man to make sure he knows what's correct. But this is really on the woman. So basically, we can determine paternity fraud based upon that. So next one is removal of generational welfare spending. The fact that we have a grandmother, mother, and daughter all on welfare is a societal sin, as far as I'm concerned. It is a failure because we allowed it to happen. So basically, the maximum amount of years that you can be on welfare would be 5 years. After that, if you're still on welfare, too bad. You're out. You're kicked off the system. And next one would be closing the borders and mass deportations, along with severe reduction of H-1B1. So basically, I would close the border immediately and start deporting on day one. I mean, straight out. There's no other answer for this. I would deport quite a lot. And when we talk about the wall, we've spent over $175 billion so far on the Ukraine war. The wall is around $14 to $18 billion. Build it. Let's do it. Now, I thought the wall was horrible before. Now I'm all for it. Let's go ahead and do it. There's no reason to have all these people coming in like this. No. We deny them at the wall. They're claiming asylum. Too bad. We don't accept them as asylum seekers. No, we're not doing that. We're done. We can't allow all these people to come in like this. We are not the welfare state for the entire world. That's some BS. So no. So those are the first 5 that I want to see. And then you have what Trump just stated. What he's going to do is, I don't know, I'm sure you heard this. He's going to go after all companies that are censoring people like us. And go, if your YouTube channel has been throttled, has been messed with, the algorithm has been changed because of the content. Basically, us men, if we've been talking, if we have had our voices silenced from speaking the way that we want to, well, YouTube and other companies are going to be liable, and they're going to have to answer for that. And I personally would like to have, say, between a $20 and $50 billion fine against some of these companies, particularly YouTube. Because what it has done to people, it has hurt and harmed their lives in a very horrible manner. And a lot of us, again, in the manosphere, we have to speak in coded words. We can't even, we're saying that we're the oppressor, we have all this power, but we don't have freedom of speech. We don't. This is crap. And suddenly, it's like, the knock on the door during Jim Crow. If they don't like what we're saying, the channel is destroyed without any rationale, without any reason. There's nothing we can do. And then, people lose their income on that, and they don't have anything else that they can do. And this is not just at all. This is a violation of everything that's American. We fought a war over this crap, right? We did. I mean, we don't this isn't America. This is not who we are. So I'm glad Trump's going to go after these companies. I'm like, go for it. So I want the first year of the Trump administration, lower taxes, women crying on TV because their husband just found out that he's not the father, and then companies having to admit that they've been persecuting the manosphere for over 10 years, and they're having to divvy up cash payments. That's great. And no, hold on. We are not dropping out of NATO. There's a difference between doing things in the United States and anarchy. We don't go back to anarchy. We learned our lesson after World War I when we had the thing of nations, I forgot it was, and we did not join the something of nations, I forgot what it was called. But Europe was expecting us to join it and actually have a presence in an international sense. We refused to do it, and World War II happened. So we will always maintain our leadership globally. We will never leave NATO. That has promoted peace on the continent for 60, 70 years now. That's going to keep on going. Thank you, League of Nations. We had a failure with the League of Nations, right? That was our problem. So we're not repeating that again. So yeah, we're staying in NATO, man. People talking that, you're talking crazy.
Facts. Absolute facts. Phil, what about divorce? I want to see some change to divorce laws because divorce laws favor women too much to the point where it's ruined so many men's lives.
The first year, there's only so many things you can do the first year. So the first year we got less taxes, women crying because their husband found out, right? There's plenty of things going on. Manosphere, we got the YouTube is apologizing to us. Channels are being restored. We have freedom of speech. We got our voice going out there. That's good. Let's get those, right? Because then we got one full year of content calling out feminists and what they were actually doing and saying, hey, look, what you're doing is pretty much Marxism, right? And so, yeah, we can get to we can get man have to sign the birth certificate. That's the gateway into paternity fraud. We get some more action on that. Feminists won't have enough time to organize. They'll be being sued left and right. This will be great. I'll just sit back and have popcorn, right? In fact, I got a homemade popcorn popper with a gas. I actually got kernels and everything. I'll go downstairs and make some popcorn. And I'll sit there and be eating it. We're gonna have a great time. I guess some Stella Artois. Right? I got some Guinness and Stella Artois. That's all we need. And some popcorn. No, that'll be good. I might get a proper fish and fry it up, but I'll be English for a while.
Amazing, man. Amazing. Yes, sir. Yes, indeed, man. America's gonna change. Well, obviously, everything America does, the world copies. Like, the world kind of follows America's way. And if Trump does some great things that will trickle down to Europe, Africa, Asia, I'm all for it, man. Because I'm tired of the liberal agenda. I'm tired of it. I went through at university, in the workplaces, in workplace currently, high school. I'm sick of it, bro. Bring common sense back. Shout out to Mr. Arthur Jobs for the support. Appreciate you, bro. Welcome, and please hit the like button on the way. And yes, brothers, please hit the like button. We have over 124 people watching right now. Please hit the like button before we start reacting to some clips from this week. Show me some support. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Shout out to Mr. East Coast Kev for the support. Let me start it off right. The reason why Kamala lost is because Americans are struggling to feed their families, and her best solution was to bring Megan Thee Stallion on stage to shake her behind.
You ain't lying. I agree with you, man. East Coast Kev, I'm down with you. You're right. You get 20% inflation rate. And somebody's twerking, shaking their booty. You don't shake your booty at 20% inflation rate. Man, you apologize. You go online, man, dude, like Japanese. I want a full bow. Now you tell me I take responsibility for this, and I'm sorry. I don't accept no 20%. That's like Carter in the 70s. That's some BS. Anyway, go ahead and keep on going.
Facts. Shout out to East Coast Care for the support. I left you a previous super chat, but my Liberal family is mad at me because I voted for the orange man. Let them be mad,
Dude,
bro.
I lost 2 friends over it. Well, they defriended me on Facebook. I have friends from high school yelling at me on a daily basis over this. And I'm like, I don't care. And they're like, you're actually voting? Like, I'm like, this is my financial interest and Trump will support it. And they're like, oh, we know who you really are. I'm like, darn right, that's who I am. I'm I'm an American citizen voting for what's best for his pocketbook. Damn right. Shoot.
Facts.
Who do you think they are? That's
Enough.
what I'm doing.
Enough of the emotional thinking. Blah blah blah. Trump said that. No, we want to get this bag, man. Shut up. Shut your mouth. Tired of it, man. Shut up. Shout out to Charismatic Arts for the support. Appreciate you, bro. Theo, with the Republicans reaching 2014 seats in the 214 seats in the U.S. House, Dems have 204. The Republicans still able to get a majority, not having 218 required. They will get 218, bro. It's projected that they will get 218.
Yeah, you have to get to 218. You have to get the majority. That's the way the Constitution is written. Has to be majority. There's no other way of doing it.
And they are projected to get that from what we just read in the article, which is great. Shout out to East Coast Care for the support. Latinos come from a patriarchal society where the man rules a house, and that's how it should be. Yes, there's no way they were voting for women, let's be honest. And shout out to Latinos for keeping it a stack and standing on business. Wonderful. Shout out to
they voted for her. They voted for Hillary. She won the Latino vote.
That's true.
But they're just not voting for Harris. That's it. So we gotta get more information about why that went on. But okay, keep going to the next one.
Shout out to Quiet Storm DJ for the support. Orange Man for the win. Victory was necessary. Black Man United. Hold the line. Try Storm DJ with the crazy super chat. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you very much for the support, brother. Yes, indeed.
Quiet Storm DJ. Man, everyone in the chat, right? Quiet Storm DJ. Man, talk about thankful to you for doing this. Again, I see what you're doing here. I see what you do in other channels. Thank you very much for supporting Black male media. This is entirely what we need. All right?
Yeah, need Black men voices. Appreciate you, Quiet Storm. Thank you, brother, for the super chat. Thank you, bro. Shout out to Marius for the support. High prices, the anti-male sentiment, the move towards censorship, particularly censorship, I agree. DEI and the debt growing faster than GDP, just too many failures. And she wanted to spend more. I voted for Elon. Trump, you mean? Elon.
No. I'd just say this, like, yeah, DEI needs to go 100%. I'm totally against it. That's some BS. Debt growing faster than GDP. The big word here is during peacetime. And even after COVID, it continued. That was the problem. That again, and then the high interest rates. We have a problem fundamentally in the economy. So when I said on Facebook, I had more people asking me now for money than any other time except for COVID. And it's not that big of a difference. The issue is most of the people asking for money now are white men. We got a problem. Yeah, something's going on. Yeah,
something's going on, man. Damn. Shout out to Duck for the support. Trump's electoral win is on the juice. Needed for both to step up, skill up, and job up. We might not get this opportunity again. I agree, bro. And that's why we have this Python course going on. Feels a cloud course, and brothers are gonna take advantage of that very soon. Shout out to our fellow shows for the support. Good morning, good afternoon, and no reason to say good night. Yes, indeed, bro. Yes, indeed.
You might be. Come on, Arthur. You might be out. Say good night to him. That's all. You might be walking outside or something. You gotta be a little bit polite. Well, yeah, I see. I know what you're talking about, bro. I got you.
I don't want to say good night to you, but I'll just say goodbye to you. No good night nights to you, but I'll just say goodbye to you. Okay. Shout out to Black Dragon 10K for the support. Hi, Theo. What books would you recommend for learning Japanese?
I would recommend you find a Japanese teacher and take a class. And then, like I'm sure as IP was going to say, if you go on his Patreon, you can find a list of books that I've written before.
Thank you, Theo. Appreciate you, bro. Shout out to our host Jobs for the support. 114 in the room, 48 likes. Please get the likes up. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Get the likes up, man. Show some support, brothers, please. Shout out to Jaquiz for books for the support. Still undecided on learning Mandarin or Japanese. Heart says Japanese, but the objective of me says Mandarin. What would you learn and why?
Just learn both.
Learn both, because kanji and Japan isn't both. Go on, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well just do both of them simultaneously. I don't see there being a problem. I mean, I learned both simultaneously, so I went for Japanese. That's all. I also learned Korean. So, Japan was where I wanted to go. So, go for it, bro.
Go for it, man. Shout out to our host Jobs. We mentioned that before. What about dropping out NATO? He mentioned that previously in 10 minutes ago. Not happening, brother. Thank you for the support. Shout out to Dark Distant for the support. The Trump Xmas wish list needs to be distributed amongst containerized packages scheduled every 4 months on AWS or Azure. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I get 1 night of rest. Okay, we're actually going through Kubernetes and Docker in the class, the advanced class right now. So, yeah, I don't want to think about containers for a while. I have to do it at work. So, yeah, I want a little break. That's all I can say. Anyway, good. Awesome. Thank you, Doc. Thank you.
Thank you, Doc. Shout out to Gregory Scotland for the support. Hey, Theo and IP. How can you spend $1 billion and yet you are in debt? That's Kamala Harris, brother. It's just the low IQism from that administration was really terrible. What's your thoughts there, Theo?
It happens. I mean, she's 20. I heard that she's $20 million in debt. Not surprised. Other campaigns have gone on that way. I'm sure they will figure out how to get done with that. It's not uncommon. That's all I can say about that one.
Facts, absolute facts. So let's react to some interesting clips from this week. A lot of things happened this week. It's like we're in the twilight. It's like we're in the twilight zone right now. Okay, so let's get straight into it, man. Okay, sure. So let me bring up some clips here. Okay, let me see. Let me go through the comments here to make sure they're missing the super chats. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. All right, I think we're good. Okay, so let's get cracking. Okay, so present, share screen. No, not share screen IP. Present video file. Okay, so let's react to the first one of today. Okay, and let's react to this particular clip. Okay, and it's gonna surprise you.
No dating men. No sex with men, no dating men, no getting married to men, and no having children. These are the things some women in the US are promising to do in response to Donald Trump winning the election.
What? What's going on? This is just madness, bruv. Let's carry on watching.
It's inspired by the 4B movement.
If y'all insist on making women second-class citizens, we don't have to give you our body.
Nope, that's false. The Constitution in America means everyone is equal. Women are not second-class citizens. Again, Theo, it's a hyperbole that these women always push out, bro. Theo, what's your thoughts here so far in terms of that particular statement there? Second-class citizens. You're mute.
I agree. That's some BS. That is feminist propaganda. Us conservatives do not state that whatsoever. Women, just like everyone else, has the same rights as everyone else.
Yes, sir.
4B was started by women in South Korea. It's a feminist idea guided by 4 Korean words beginning with B. Beyond means no heterosexual marriage. Bi-chul-san means no giving birth, Bionye means no dating, and Bi-sek-sur means no sex. The women in the movement say it's a way to fight against the patriarchy and misogyny, and that's why women...
Oh my goodness, man! And shame on that movement in South Korea, right? I'm disappointed in South Korea. They have good products. I love Samsung. You know, I love some K dramas are cool. Okay, and some K-pop songs are cool. But that right there is the worst thing to come out of South Korea. I am so disappointed. And now Western women have taken on this delusional garbage movement. No sex with men, no dating men, etc., etc., etc. Theo, do you think that's too extreme? And do you think that women will actually, be disciplined enough, particularly Western women, brother, to not have any sex? What's your thoughts here, Theo?
I think this is a great thing. So basically, Trump won, and then women volunteered of their own volition to have the same sexual morals of women in the 1950s. Boy, that totally wins. Trump, that's total victory. So there'll be less baby mamas and there'll be less child deletions. Plus, you have less women who are ran through. That's a paradise. Thank you, ladies. Perfect.
Man.
You can't make this up. You can't do this. Okay, so because of Trump won, I'm not going to sleep around with a lot of guys. I'm going to keep myself conservative, and I'm going to be selective with the men that I date, and I'm going to make sure that I can't have a baby deletion, and I can't become a baby mama. Cool. That's what we've been talking to you about that for about 40 years now. Thank you. Thank you. You're doing it of your own volition. Thank you. Oh, yeah. But this isn't really a threat. 4B is about as effective as an obese woman saying she's going to go on a hunger strike. I'm like, really? So you got an obese woman say, I'm threatening you with a hunger strike. Go ahead. I want to see you do it. Go right on ahead. I don't mind. I'm just going to sit back and watch it. All right. So you do a thunder strike, and now you're thin. Cool. Oh, this is great. We're winning. We're winning here. This is great. Ladies. So what's the next one you're gonna do? You stop doing OF? Eternal victory. Conservatism just won. That's just. Oh, this again. I'm sitting back right with this right now. I'm just like, thank you.
Facts.
You're not threatening me at all, honey. So you're saying that I have to go out and date beautiful Brazilian, Ukrainians, and Thai women? Okay. I'm gonna be with you in Germany. We're gonna be in Munich together, dating someone. Oh yeah. I think you and I in Munich, we're gonna be crying so much in our beer. This beautiful woman next to us treating us well, and we got beer and sausage. Oh, it's so hard. Oh, Chewbacca, pray for my soul. Chewbacca, it's so hard. I'm impressed. I'm so threatened right now by this. Oh.
Women in the US who are worried about what could happen to abortion rights and reproductive freedoms under Trump's presidency are signing up. They say it's a way to protest, keep themselves safe, and take back control over their bodies.
We have to take it back by limiting who we give our bodies to.
Stop it.
But you already.
How are they not in control of their bodies? Please explain this to me. I want to know this. I want to know this right now. How are they not in control of their bodies? Please tell me. That's about as we say. That's what I say. I can't control my dogs. I have no idea what's going on. I can't control myself with my dogs in my house. I don't know. For some reason, we have problems. I can't control the situation. Ladies, if you say you can't control your body, that's a you problem. Has nothing to do with men. That's you. You can't control your body. Has nothing to do with men whatsoever. What I suggest you do, go see a therapist. crazy.
Facts, absolute facts, man. It's nonsense, man. It's absolute nonsense. I'm sure you can wear what you want to wear. You can move your arms, you can move your legs, you can walk to the grocery stores, right, and buy bad food for your bad diet. You know, you can use the toilet whenever you want to. So what do you mean you're not in control of your bodies? Again, it's low IQ thinking from certain groups of chicks nowadays, to where they just take things to the absolute extreme. And that's why these West women, right, are dangerous to be around with, to date, to marry. They always take things to the absolute extremes, and we are tired and sick of it. Nonsense, man. No, we're not in control of our bodies. We're not in control of our bodies. Shut the F up, man. Let's go.
And with all this talk of reproductive rights, it's no coincidence The Handmaid's Tale has shot to the top of Amazon's best-selling books list since Trump's re-election. Trump said he won't make abortion illegal nationwide, but he has supported individual states bringing in their own bans. Do you think the 4B movement will take off?
If it takes off, who gives a damn? We passport bros, man. If it takes off, good, because that means more men will become passport bros. More men will find solutions, around not dating Western women who won't put out. It's a win-win, bro. It's a win-win.
We don't want them. We don't want to shag these women. We don't want to. We only saying a few words to it. We're saying less than 10 words to them, right? Well, we're not doing it. So they're like what? Like, so they're a Handmaid's Tale? Are you serious? Are they nuts? So they're what? Oh, this is going to happen to us. No, honey. What's going to happen is that no one is going to talk to you. No one is going to shag you, and you're going to die alone without a family. That's what's going to happen to you. That's your fate. That's what you're going on to. Your hope is that someone impregnates you. That's what you're hoping for. And then you have some sort of sick, demented, like, kink that you're being forced to have children so that you can be a victim. That's it. What's going to go on is that men are controlling themselves, and in that line, we are refusing to talk to you, and we're abandoning you, or we're ignoring you. That's what's going on, ladies. We're walking away. All right? So as this is going on, we're walking away from these people. They don't have the opportunities that they thought they did, and now they're doing this stupid Handmaid's Tale BS. Talk about delusional. Okay, ladies, find a plot of land, prepare your own end days, because no one's going to be there. No one's going to care.
Facts. We passport bros. We don't care what you do, ladies. 4B or not, we out this matrix, and you guys have lost it. It's as simple as that. Brothers, get your passport. You ain't got to date Western chicks if you're on this 4B movement. There's women out there that are waiting for you as an IT bro, as a passport bro, as a good man. Okay, get into IT, do my Python course, Q1 2025, do Fields Cloud course next year, and you ain't got to deal with this BS in the West, man. Okay, have options. So next one to react to. Okay, so let's react to this clip over here. Okay, let's go. Okay, so we have an American man who has 8 girlfriends in the Philippines. Interesting.
Peter, I got to catch up, man. So you're telling me that right now, you have 8 girlfriends.
Yeah.
2 of
8 girlfriends in the Philippines. That's incredible. And he's a reasonably old man, looks around, 65, 70, got 8 girlfriends. Oh my, let's go. Woo.
them, you're considering maybe marrying one or the other, but you haven't worked out which. And what about the other 6? If
they want me to, I can keep them.
You could keep them.
Yeah, and my future wife is not jealous. She said I can have all the girls I want as long as I'm happy.
So,
Theo, is that how the Philippines is like? You can have the option of having multiple girlfriends, and your main chick isn't angry about that. In many cases, she's happy for you. Hey, if you want her, you want her. That sounds like paradise to me, Theo. Is that what we want? Yeah.
No, this is some delusional BS right here.
Whoa.
Filipinas are incredibly territorial and jealous. If you're with a Filipina, the last thing you want to do is look at another woman, particularly in front of that Filipina. I would never do that. So what he's talking here, okay, bro, you're a certain age, so how about I give you some more milk, and I'll let you say whatever you want to say. That's fine. I don't care. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's carry on here.
What do you say to the guys that they're naturally going to be saying, this is too good to be true? They're just...
Nobody talks about this with the other bloggers, but it's the truth. It's unbelievable. When I came here, it was hard for me to believe, but it is true. There's tons of women here, okay? There's 50%.
That's true. There's a lot of women in the Philippines, Phil, and they're ready to get taken. That's true, right? Ready to get taken up. When a bros come through, wife them up. Can we agree on that, Phil? There's a lot of women that are single out there in the Philippines.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a lot of single women there. That is an issue, but they are. Let's say this: they know how to protect their territory. So and I'm saying to you guys, if you're with a Filipina, don't try to get another one. Or at least don't. Well, I would not try to get another one at all. Just one.
Okay.
Of the Philippines are women. In Costa Rica, there's a lot of girls there, but here, there's tons. There's tons of girls. You think you're in love with one, and then you meet another one.
Same in Japan, bro. Oh my goodness, bro. You see a dime chick, you think you're in love with her, and another one comes free, like, oh my goodness, man. So many women in Japan, but let's carry on.
And so the girls, they understand it. Yeah. So they say, I can have my fun and have all the girlfriends I want. I can eat my cake and have it too.
So you're eating your cake and having it.
Yeah.
Theo, what would you do if you were dating a woman, right? Whether she's Russian, Ukrainian, whatever, right? And then she tells you, Theo, hey, Theo, if you want to have another girlfriend or multiple girlfriends, I'm okay with that, Theo. Theo, would you accept that? Would you think she's crazy? Would you be like, oh, what's going on here? Red flag? Or would you embrace that, Theo?
I would give her a hug and say, we're going to therapy right now.
Damn.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, yeah. Particularly Ukrainian. There's no way. That's a trap waiting to go on you. I would never entertain that idea, particularly with a Ukrainian and also a Brazilian. I would not entertain that idea at all. And I would say something is going on inside her head to make her think that there's a possibility, or if she's playing a game or anything like that. I would not think that you, the man, are in good position. You're in a dangerous position and you need to get a little bit of help. So I'd take her to therapy immediately. And also take her to see her parents. Say, we have to talk this one out.
Oh, wow. Okay, Theo. Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's a manipulation game that's waiting to happen for you. I can only say, guys, in particular, Ukrainian, do not do that. And Brazilian, I've heard more than one story of women engaging in physical emasculation if the guy cheats or even thinks about cheating. So I'd be very cautious.
Okay.
So why stop at 8? Maybe go to 10, maybe go to 12.
There are girls on a waiting list that want to meet me.
They're on a waiting list.
They're on a waiting list. Because I'm limited with money, I can't afford to meet them all at one time.
That's a key point there, Theo. I feel like if you're gonna have multiple girlfriends, right, abroad or even in the West, you gotta be a rich man, because you gotta spend on them, you gotta look after them, particularly in countries where it's not as prosperous as in the West, like in the Philippines, and that can be quite heavy on your pockets, So, a lot of these were multiple girlfriends, right? But is it financially feasible? And in most cases, it isn't. If we're honest there, Phil, having multiple.
You could have 2 families in the Philippines for $3,000 a year.
Oh,
I'm serious. It would not be hard to finance 2 families in the Philippines for $3,000 a month. Sorry, for $3,000 a month, you could do it. It's not. The Philippines is ridiculously cheap. I wouldn't do it though, because you'd have one Filipina, I don't know, try to help you to verify which religion is correct. I would never do that with a Filipina. Filipinas are very loving girls. If basically as long as you show that you love them and you're there for them, for the most part, they never say no. They're one of the nicest women I've ever met. Lord have mercy on your soul if you're thinking about cheating on her or entertaining another person. I would never do that. Nope.
okay.
You've got enough to afford 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm learning how to budget my money better because it can get expensive. But anyway, I've got to budget my money better because I spend too much money on girls. But I will get it down. And now that I got to make a decision of which one I'm going to marry and which one might be my girlfriend where I go live with her part-time, I can watch my money better. I can cut down on the girls.
So you're saying that here the women are loyal?
Yeah.
Do they take care of you? Do they
they're unbelievable. Oh my God, yeah.
Are Filipinas loyal, Theo, in your honest opinion? I've heard some things, Theo, in regards to loyalty from Filipinas. 50-50.
No, I mean, for the most part, they are. As long as you know what you're doing. Yeah, they're extremely loyal. They're very good. They're very nice women. Yeah, I don't have any problems with them, to be honest. I've always stated, if I'm about 53 years old and I'm not in a position where I think I'm going to get married, I'm going to the Philippines. You can do that in 3 months. You can do that in 6 months. Realistically, with a decent woman, it's not hard to get a wife out there. I'm just saying, guy needs to. I again, what do I say? I give him some warm milk and say, yes, keep on talking. Go ahead, and I would go about my business and not even listen to what he's really advocating here.
They take care of you here.
Better than Costa Rica?
They're good in Costa Rica, but yeah, they're better here. They're better here. Because in Costa Rica, when you meet girls there, you don't know if they're loyal or not, because a lot of them aren't. So they have other boyfriends, American boyfriends or wherever. But here, they're very loyal. So my girlfriends are very loyal to me. They don't see nobody else, only me. So it's like being in Dubai, Saudi Arabia with 12 wives.
This is incredible. Theo, do you believe that 8 girlfriends will be loyal to one man? I think it's definitely possible. But him being old, I mean, what's your thoughts here, Theo?
I think he needs some warm milk and a nightcap. That's about it. He's cute. Yeah, that's a cute little thing to go through. But like, no, he's not Hugh Hefner. Oh, sorry. Even Hugh didn't run through women like what this guy is saying he's doing. Sorry. No. Enjoy your retirement, bro. I'm sure you had a long life and you served your country well. Thank you very much. We got some more milk for you. Got some cookies. Let's go from there.
Awesome. Get your passport, brothers. If you want multiple girlfriends, that's cool. But bear in mind, it will be expensive. So I hope not what you're doing. If you want a single wife, single girlfriend, that's also cool. Yeah, do what you want. But please be safe and don't behave like Johnny Somali. Okay? Awesome. So, speaking on that though, okay, let's react to another one. Okay, over here. Present video file. Okay. So we have an update from the Johnny Somali case file. Okay, so let's go through the clips here. Okay, so here is what's happened here with Johnny Somali. Okay, so he has apologized, and we'll see over here. Okay, but something's happened to him after he apologized. Let's go. Or before he apologized.
I just want to South Korea. I just want to apologize for what I've done, and I really did not mean to hurt your guys' pride this much. You guys are good people. You guys are great people. And for the most part, other than Mr. Navy SEAL here, I've had a great experience with a lot of the South Korean people, and it was not my intention to really hurt you guys, and I hope you guys can accept my apology. And I'm a young person. I want to grow as a man. I made a mistake, and I think when you make a mistake in life, you need to own up to it.
Okay, hold on. It doesn't end there, Theo. Remove studio, present video file, and then we see here.
Johnny. We have some updates on Johnny Somali. His real name is Ramzi Khalid Ismail. He's currently banned from leaving Korea. He's currently facing multiple felony charges for disturbing the Statue of Peace, for assault, trespassing, and drug use. If convicted, they're saying that he can face a prison sentence of 10 years.
Whoa. And just said that, Theo, the house of cards fall. Never act to fall in a foreign country. Now, everyone makes mistakes, but Johnny Somali, this dude OD'd with the foolery, with the nonsense in South Korea, and even in Japan last year. And for me, right, the main important thing is that this guy, in my opinion, has played a part in ruining black men's image. And I know Theo tells me that, AIP, not everyone will think about black men as being like Johnny Somali, right? But Theo, it's the optics of things, Theo, right? Is that the fact that they don't have much interaction with black people, right, in these countries which are homogenous or majority Asian, okay? They get their information from the media, on TikTok, social media, and the fact that he was trending even in the UK, Theo, right, in Google, it's not good for our image, Theo, right? It's terrible, bruv. Go on, Theo, go on.
Look, when I arrived in Japan, there was a sexual assault case where I believe a 12-year-old in Okinawa.
Whoa. Theo, we have to skip that, bro. Skip that, please.
I can say that. I didn't say. I kept it cool. But there was a case where a 12-year-old had been essayed. I'll say that, and it was by black men. And never once did a Japanese person talk to me about that or say that I was about it. Korean girls were run over by Korean schoolgirls were run over by an American tank in Korea, right? Killed instantly. They were found not guilty. There were mass protests for days in Korea. Never affected my image with Koreans. Never at all. They never said that it was because of me or anything like that. So these people can definitely separate issues. Johnny Somali is a small thing compared to what has happened before, but he is quite a problem. So I expect him to learn Korean fluently in jail, and I expect him to learn a lot about bulgogi and bibimbap. And salad. I expect him to learn about salad a lot. Yeah. In fact, I hope that he learns how to toss salads very well. That's what I can say about that.
Flipping heck. All right. Okay. So now so Theo, I think one of the worst things from Johnny Somali in South Korea was that obviously I think you know about comfort women. I don't want to get too deep into it, but there's a statue in South Korea that obviously it raises awareness about what they went through during World War II. Very sick and sad. Okay. And I think he did something. I think he kissed a statue of a comfort woman or did something around that. And I'm thinking, okay, you are reaching hell territory here. You're reaching the gates of hell territory where there's a lot of flames that's underneath your feet. Johnny, what are you doing, bro? Because you're a black man, and feel right. When I'm abroad as a black man, I try to make sure I present myself very well because I'm representing you, Theo, and I'm a black man. Theo, there were people that have never met a black person in their lives. Right, when I'm abroad, they meet me, they're like, "Oh, IP's a cool guy. Are all black people like that? Oh wow, okay. I want to meet more black people. Black people are awesome." I feel, and there've been places where black people who are not black have treated me very well because they met a previous black person that treated them well, or that was a good person, and they think that I'm a good person too. So you see how important image is, brother, for every black man. And you know, Phil, right? Our image is flipping terrible, bro. It's terrible. Worldwide, Phil. Right? And things like this, right, just makes me angry. But you're telling me that the Koreans, the Japanese think individually, and that makes me happy, Phil, right? But Phil, what about other people who don't think like that in South America, in other Asian countries, in other African countries? What's your thoughts there, Phil?
Do the best that you can. Be the best representative that you can. And if other people act a fool, keep on going and have respect for yourself. Again, when I was in Japan, straight up beyond, I've said this on your streams before, the people who were making the most embarrassing issues were English. White English, particularly drunk white English. So the Japanese put me in the same boat as drunk white English because we're both foreigners. That's how they would see it. They wouldn't really care. We're both in Japanese. It's obey, right? So that means what obey means. O is Europe and bay is America. They don't make a distinction, right? So pretty much they'll treat you as an individual, but you know they keep an eye open. That's kind of normal. Just keep on going. Just be who you are. You'll be fine. Nobody's going to go that crazy over you, especially in a major city. You'll be fine.
Awesome. Do you think that America will intervene here? The U.S. government, be like, okay, that's one of our people. Are you sure?
No. No. There are tens of thousands of Americans in jail over the world. They don't do anything, and particularly for narcotics. If you're in jail for narcotics, man, you could forget the embassy helping you. Yeah, they're just say, okay, man, we'll take your body when it happens to you. That's it. No, Johnny Somali deserves 10 years in jail at least. I think what he did for the comfort women, and I just want to say, I talked to, in 93, I talked to a Korean comfort woman who was in America. It's one of the saddest stories I ever heard. It was absolutely horrible. I'm glad I heard it. And for him to do what he did, I would like to make friends with that, what was that? Navy SEAL, the Korean, I think it was a Navy SEAL or something like that. I'd make friends with him and like say, okay, let's tag team. Let's go after this guy. Right? And I'm sure you say, like, I'm first, it's my country. I'm like, okay, you're okay. When you get tired, I'll continue, okay? And then we can just kind of go back and forth. I'm sure, like, okay, good. So then we we do that, and then afterwards we get some japchae, some bulgogi, and get some beer and sit there and be talking, having our kimchi. We'd have a great time, right? Because I'm really on the Korean side on this one. I would not be polite with this person in Korea. That's for sure.
Wow. So American privilege doesn't apply. Hey, I'm an American, bro. I'm an American, bro. You can't touch me, bro. I'm an American, bro. You can't touch me, bro. Doesn't apply. Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
times are changing, bro.
I'd be like, yeah, if you're 6 feet under, I can't hit you. I agree. I'm just saying, I do not take this personal. This is personal. I love Korean people. You do this. You okay?
Did they love us still, Phil? Did they love us? Did they love us still, Korean people?
I don't care if they love us or not. I love them. And I learned a lot from them. My life improved a lot from them. I think they're wonderful people. And I love being in Korea and just kicking it with Koreans, man. They're just some of the most wonderful people I've ever talked with in my entire life. And for this guy to say that, I'm serious, man. I hope there's a lot of nutrients in you because you're going to help grow some kimchi pretty soon in the future. All right, that's all I gotta say about that. All right.
Remember, don't disrespect the laws abroad. and be a good person and a respectful person, please. I don't want to see any of you brothers hemmed up. So, next one to react to, okay? So, we have a couple people blaming brothers for Trump winning, which is astounding. These people are sick. Let's break it down, okay? So, let's see the first clip over here, okay?
Turned off. I think a lot of people are turned off by being told who they should vote for based on skin color. I'm a black man. I'm in a black Greek-led organization. I went to an historically black college or university. None of that should matter with regards to how I make a decision on who I'm going to vote for.
Why do you think she's not the one?
I didn't think she was the one in 2020. I didn't find her to be a formidable enough candidate to get the base out to support her. They overlook class in the same way that Hillary Clinton 8 years ago took the black vote as well as the unionized community for granted. When you think that you have something just based on the history, and you don't speak to them, you don't come into the community, then the community is turned. There's going to come a point where the community just gets sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Okay, that's the first clip there. Let me bring the other clip here on the same theme. You see what they're doing here? Trying to blame brothers for the loss, which is astounding because only 21% of brothers voted for Trump, which is quite small in the grand scheme of things. But again, the agenda. Let's see over here. Okay.
One group that really sealed the deal for the former president, and this was an unexpected group: Black men and Hispanic men.
Black men? What?
Donald Trump increased his margin significantly among both groups.
No, hold on. Significantly? Theo, we just saw that it was only a 1% or 2% percentage point increase. That's not significant. What are they talking about, bro? This is insane.
In Pennsylvania, he got around 25% of black men. In North Carolina, 21% of black men. Republicans haven't seen numbers like that since Richard Nixon. The Republican Party has effectively become a working class, multiracial party. George W. Bush wasn't able to accomplish this. Mitt Romney couldn't do it. John McCain couldn't do it. And yet Donald Trump was able to do something that no one expected him to be able to do. It's unprecedented. It's going to make a difference. And the question becomes, as this gender and racial realignment continues, what does that mean for the future of the Republican Party, but also for the future of the Democratic Party? Voters sent a mandate, now it's up to Republicans to follow through.
Whoa, Theo. Okay, so Theo, what's your thoughts here? Because 21%, in my opinion, is not significant. Overall, there was only a 2% or 1% percentage increase point of people voting for Trump this time around. So black men did not win Trump the election, but we're seeing women blame black men. We're seeing ABW blame black men. We're seeing the liberal media now blame black men. Yo, Latinos won Trump the election if we want to go down deep into white women, not black dudes, not black men, sorry. Theo, unmute yourself, please, brother, and let us know what you think here, please.
Yeah, I would say the ones who stayed home are the ones who won the election for Trump.
Oh.
Yeah. Not black men. And I say go ahead and blame black men for this because I just think it's funny. The ones who voted against Kamala, we are not dating Western women. So they're going to go ahead and blame black men who 78% voted for Kamala. So they're basically going to do 4B against the men who voted for Kamala. Okay. I have no problem with that. Okay. I don't. I mean, that's fine. I'm just like, okay, bros. More power to you. See what happened? All right. I got no problems with that.
Wow. And I think now black men, you're now saying that no matter what you do, you're going to get blamed for things that you didn't even, have an impact on, no matter what you do, right? Because, we're seeing mainstream media saying that why did black men vote for Trump, where it's hardly a difference between the previous election. That's what I'm saying. Damn if you do, damn if you do, damn if you don't. So why don't you just work on your own self-interest and just buck the system and say F it and crash out and do what you want to do? Because you're going to get blamed. No, they're going to get blamed, black men. You know, and stop trying to, appease liberals, ABW, the liberal media. Hey, I'm not like that. I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not like that. I'm different. I'm for you. They don't care about you, man. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. So prioritize your needs, your wants, and your pockets. Because this guy saying that, black men are one of the reasons why Trump lost or sealed the deal for Trump is a big cap. It was white women and Latinos, but somehow black men get blamed. Theo, you see how damn if you do, damn if you don't feel? It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, well, I noticed that when I was voting for the Democrats, and it was a point that I had to be shown to me in the Black manosphere, and I was like, yeah, this is actually pretty much correct. So I don't care. Again, I really don't at this point. I just want to say, I really don't care. And it's like what Tech Noir just said: black men were the highest male voting demographic for Kamala. It's true, male voting. So if they want to say that, go ahead. They have nothing to offer us, especially us conservative black men. They have absolutely nothing to offer us. So again, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and goodbye. That's all we have to say.
That's all we gotta say. Facts, man. Go your own way, men. Go your own way, black men. And don't let anyone control you. You do what you want to do. You prioritize your needs and your wants. And you ain't gotta be a liberal. You ain't gotta be on that flipping plantation, right? The liberal plantation. You do what you want to do and prioritize your own pockets, okay? Because damn if you do, damn if you don't. Let's get a cracking, man, okay? Get your passports. And let's move on forward, man. We're done with liberalism and we are done with the Democratic Party and any form of liberal policies. We're done, bro. We're done. We're done.
We're just not doing this anymore. Not gonna happen.
Facts. All right, so let me see. Okay, so video file. Let's react to this one over here. Okay, let's react to this clip over here.
The worst place. America is the worst place when it comes to social life. Like,
we can agree on that. Also, the West in general.
I've been back in the States for about a week now, and I have no idea how people live here. Like every time I've come back to America,
but every day I wonder myself, what the hell am I still doing here, bro? What are we still doing here, man? Because it's like living in a dystopia, if I can clearly describe the UK or other Western countries like America, etc., etc. It's a literal dystopia, you know, and it's really draining on the mental, the physical, okay, as you're still in this flipping matrix. It's crazy, bruv. But it's kind
from either like Asia, Africa, like it's just like I have a reverse culture shock because it seems like people are just like dead inside. Like you look at people's eyes and it's lifeless, and then you just like ask people like, "Oh, okay."
Facts, Theo. Facts. People have no soul. People are like, what's that movie called? Ghost in the Shell. A lot of people are literally ghosts in shells, bro. ain't no life force, Theo, bruv. Look at them in the eye. There's no soul there. Theo, is that your experience there also in America? Because that's also here in the UK, Theo, brother.
Yeah, this is what I also feel in America. Yeah, there's nothing there. So like when I land in Brazil or Colombia, Japan, Ukraine, Thailand, in particular Brazil, I feel a life force immediately. I feel community. I feel the desire to talk with people, to engage. It's amazing. It's not the same way in the States. And that's just because, if you go outside and do anything wrong, they can, they got the Gestapo going against you. And it's very much like Soviet Russia that way. So, the West is done at this point. Yeah, unless they change.
Facts.
Today's Friday. What is going on today? I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay, what you been doing? Like, I've been going for like 4 months. Like, what have you been up to? Nothing, man. Just maintaining. Man. I'm like, yo, like, what the hell have you been doing? Like, every time I leave 3 months, 6 months, and then when I come back to America, it seems like nothing ever changes. Like,
facts. People are stuck in a loop, doing the same thing every day, no prospects, not thinking forward, and that is not good for your mental and for progression purposes. You need to have a purpose in life, man. And a lot of people in the West have no purpose, right? Have no purpose, and it's very, very sad to see that. Whereas when you go abroad, right, you get a new perspective. You see how different cultures work and move. And that's why I'm so against, right, every country being like the West. I like things being different, right? I like how other nations are more conservative and less liberal, We're seeing a liberal nation like America and the UK, right? And I feel liberalism was freedom. But in many cases, right, it produces a bunch of ghosts and shells, a bunch of dudes and people, women, okay, who have no soul. Let's carry on here.
people are still in the same rut that I left them in. Like nothing ever changes. And
there you go. They're still in the same position, bro. No progression. And that is not good, Theo. Theo, what's your thoughts there when people are still in the same position, whether it's job-wise, whether it's money-wise, whether it's entertainment-wise, whether it's leisure-wise? You can't be stagnant in the same thing, bro. You're going to become dead inside. What's your thoughts there, Theo?
I would agree with this. This is something I noticed also when I was abroad and I came back to America. Every time that I did, it was like people are always the same. And they're looking for, like, I don't know, like some people I would say religion, other people I would say like government or some sort of outside entity to lead them or to show them how they're actually supposed to act. And I think that's a real shame. But it is like a lot of ghosts and shells. I've noticed this I've noticed it in like few other countries like this, but I would say the UK, I noticed it as well. I don't think it was as bad as the United States, though. In the United States, it's particularly bad. At least you're closer to other countries in the UK. You just got to take a little channel. You can even get to France, right? So you got a little bit more life to you. You got a little more mix. But a lot in the heartland, like in the middle of America, nothing's going on. It's just like what this man is saying. Just trying to get day by day. You're not doing anything. There's no growth. Nothing. You're just, I always say it's like few people recognize that they died when they're 25 years old.
Damn. What?
Yeah.
Yo. Damn.
Yeah. This is something I had to notice about myself as well. And when I was listening to Kevin Samuels, I had to think about myself. Like, would this be applicable to myself? And yeah, I was like, yeah. So this is one of the reasons why I want to leave.
Facts, bro. And Theo, I think this is why, like, I love keeping busy, bro. I love keeping busy, studying wise, channel wise, education wise, even watching anime, right, or watching movies. That keeps you busy, right? Always keep busy, right? Don't just do nothing and just allow time to pass you by. You can't get time back. Go on, bro.
You have to have busy, but also you need to have the community, and you need to be growing within a community.
Mm.
And that's what we don't have. So, I mean, if I'm in Brazil, again, last time, I interact with people all the time and I grow with them. Go out to dinner, like do this and that with people. I mean, I'm always engaged with people. In the States, no. The only time I'm engaged with people is if I'm using money. So, for example, if I have a personal trainer, I'm engaged with people at the gym. But outside of that, I'm not really talking to people in the gym unless I'm doing like a gym group event. That's it. So, I mean, you really need to have that interaction with people. And in the States, you just don't have it. This is a real shame. It's a problem.
Facts. Absolute facts, bro. All right. So let's carry on.
Good.
And people are just like lost. Like, it really looks like people are like zombies here. Like, and then like, I'm talking about social life. Specifically, this video is about social life because I've been back here and I've been trying to figure out like what can I do here? Like what can I do? Like Friday, Saturday.
The clubs are dead, bro. The clubs are dead.
Sunday feels like Monday, Tuesday. Like none of the days are different. Like what do people do here? Let me know what you do here in the comment section because apparently I must not know. I must be too desensitized to America to actually come back here and figure out what you do. Because like going out to the club seems like the biggest waste of money. Like you're gonna spend $30, $40 to get in the club and then nobody's really talking to each other.
All the girls are on their phones on Snapchat taking selfies, not even looking at you. What's the point, bro?
Yeah, but you can't like just go to a cafe and sit down and talk to somebody. That's the big problem. So I'm going to say honestly, a lot of things that I did, particularly in my youth, was me just going to going to a library or going to a cafe with either a language book or literature, and sitting there and studying, and then at some point just sitting around and talking to someone and just saying hi, and then talking about some point. We can't do that now. I was just in a cafe on Saturday, and there were people in there, and nobody was talking across the table. It was only that table where they were in. And I was there I think I was there like 4 hours, and I didn't say anything to any other table. Why? Back in the 90s, that would have been impossible. I would have been talking to people, exchanging ideas. So when I go to Japan, Brazil, Colombia, Ukraine, I talk with people, right? So this is what he's talking about right here. This is what we have a real problem.
We really do, bro. We really do. And liberals and Democrats cause it.
Like everybody just look at each other like crazy. And then like when you're walking around America, like the streets are just empty. Like that's one thing that I like about Africa, like Nairobi specifically, is like not everybody has a car. So like when you walk around, you meet people, when you go to the malls, you see people. Here, like even if you go to the mall, it seems like it's a waste of time because the mall is empty. It's like people do not leave outside their house. Like why? What are you doing in your house? Like I feel like this is the most isolating place there is in the world. Like I've been to a lot of countries.
Facts, absolute facts, man. And that's what happens when you have gender wars, culture wars being fueled by the liberal left and liberals and Democrats. That's the effect of it. I was just in Japan, and more Japan content's coming, pictures, videos, commentaries coming. I'm planning that, okay? And I was meeting people, talking to people, hanging out with people. It was just so easy. And I can't do that in the UK, bro. I talked to a random chick. She gonna look at me like I'm some sort of Frankenstein monster, bro. Keep it real. Right. So what's the point? Right. I stay at home. I stay at home all day. Most of the times I study. I do the channel. I have a community on the Discord. I join the Discord too as well. Facebook group, and I keep myself busy, bro. Waiting for the next time to go abroad and start planning seas abroad, man. Because that's the future, bruv. It's dead here, bruv. Soulless. So what's the point? Get your passport, man. Get your passport. Because there ain't no saving the West anymore, bruv.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, the passport is the only solution. Again, you want to go to a place where you can talk to other people, just like you said, IP. It's not going to happen here in the West.
Facts. Absolute facts, man. Facts. All right, so let's rest this one over here. Let's go.
In between what is going on, young men between 18 and 29?
Young men, 18, 29, listen up, man, because that's a very important time of your life. Very important.
I'm going to say something to you that you probably haven't heard before, and it's going to be kind of a shock to you, right? You're at that sweet, tender age. If you're between 18 and 29, especially if you've just turned 18, you are at that sweet, tender age where nobody gives a fuck about you.
I agree. Facts. Compared to women, right? Women get all the care in the world between that age. When you're a man, you got problems. When you're alone, when you're deep inside your own thoughts, no one checking up on you, no one caring about you, family, friends. But women have all the support in the world, bro. Have a very strong support system, but men don't. Men don't. That's a fact. And you need to be aware of that. And you need to make sure you're in a community of like-minded brothers that will help you pop up and keep you busy. It's very important.
As a man, listen, your mother may care about you and may love you, but this world certainly does not.
Yeah.
Preach, brother, preach. Preach.
Chris Rock says it best. He says women are loved unconditionally. Men are loved only on the condition that you can provide something. Fellas, that's the truth as I has ever told you.
Facts. Facts. So if you're a rich man, okay, you're going to see that a lot of women will love you, will like you. But if you lose all that wealth, you will see their true colors and they'll leave you, bro. They won't even help you get up. They're just going to leave you out in the dirt, Theo. Theo, what's your thoughts on that particular comment there? Men are loved conditionally, women are loved unconditionally, brother.
That's entirely 100% correct. And that is one of the main reasons why we remember what women did, what girls did back at that time, because suddenly they were valuable and we were not. And the reason is because, of course, they're fertile and they can have children. And, of course, they're young, so they can have healthy children. They can have a lot of them. Whereas us, we don't need a lot of us in order to make children. And the older guys can just do it. They don't need us at all. So we have to do something in order to have value. And so we go from like being 12-year-olds, being the same as girls and knowing them, to the girls becoming 18 and saying we're nothing. And they're off with older guys. Every man remembers that. All of us do. And we had to deal with it. We had to become better. We had to do something with our lives. That was hard. I mean, that was absolute brutality, right? So what that guy is saying is entirely correct. And there's no support at all. There's nothing. There is nothing at all. There is zero. It's either you make it or you don't, and you don't belong in society. That's it. Like, have some value or get out of life. That's about all.
Facts. Absolutely.
Right?
Facts.
I am 55 years old, and I know that to be a definite truth. You are only loved and valued for what you can give. Your mama may love you just for you, but this world does not. Okay? That's why I am.
But in some cases, brother, especially in nowadays climate, Theo, a lot of moms hate their sons because of feminism. A lot of moms talk about patriarchy, all that garbage, right? And blame men, including their sons, for everything. Theo. So even a mom's love isn't set in stone nowadays, and that's sad, bro. That's sad.
No, because they're saying that we should do this and that for them. Basically, that we should simp for them. They train us to simp hard, especially at that time, and that men are responsible for all these problems, so we're trying to fix the problems. Little do we know that the reality is that the women are really responsible for a lot of problems going on, but they have the egg. That's what's really going on. So when we finally break out of this thinking, we're like, oh yeah, I see what's going on. Yeah, this is some BS, right? So we take the pill, we understand what's going on, we can move on in this life properly. Again, I'm 51 years old. I see women my age, sort of Gen Xers, who are single, don't have children, and they're like, they want me to feel sorry for them. I'm like, I don't feel sorry for you at all. I remember you when you were 18 years old. I remember how you treated me and other guys. I have no mercy for you. You have a hard life? That's on you.
Facts.
Telling you these things in these videos because I know what is coming for you, and I know what you are facing as a man in this world. The court system doesn't care about you. You go to the judge and you have a child out here and you talking about, I can't pay my child support and I can't this and I can't that. They will throw your ass in jail. They don't care. They don't care. I don't have this. Get another job. I don't care. I worked at a job, but what I do know for a fact is that you got to get something going for yourself early, because this world doesn't care about you.
Facts. Again, keep yourself busy, progression, do something, whether it's IT, whether it's doing crypto, whether it's doing stocks, whether you may not be an IT person, right? But career-wise as well, get something going for yourself, man. Men need to have assets, need to build themselves up, because this world don't care. It will chew you and spit you out like that. Get something going for yourself, please, brothers. Okay? Age, go for you.
I was going to say, I'm going to comment on this. If a woman can't pay for her child, there are government programs, welfare, support, education. And just like he said, if a man can't pay for his child, there's only one place: jail. The difference between the two cannot be more stark. And again, I kept my pants zipped when I was a kid. I knew what the repercussions were. It's very simple. I didn't do anything, right? If the girls did stuff, there was all kinds of sympathy. If I did anything, if I sneezed, people around me, right? I didn't do anything. It's a hard life, man. That's it's quite difficult. But well, I had a full scholarship to university, and that was good. So I look at what he's saying as being totally correct. I am.
Facts, absolute facts, Phil.
As a man. So when I tell you to get your finances together, when I tell you to, don't be distracted by all of this stuff, because eventually you're going to get older and it's going to get to the point where you're going to have to house yourself. You're going to have children that you're going to have to take care of, that type of thing. Yo, that's serious. I am not bullshitting you. You are not valued unless you can provide something, right? And you want to be able to do that to the point where you're not dependent on anybody, where you have options for yourself. You don't just have to settle for anything. And the time to do that, men, the time to do that is right now.
Right now. Facts. We tell you to invest right now in your education, in crypto, in stocks, in IT certs, in your health, in your wealth. Eat right, think right. You do it right now between that age range, it will set you up for life, man. Okay? You want to have insurance policies where if things go south with a woman or in a marriage or relationship, you got money that can keep you up and support you. You need to start thinking about that right now, bruv. Because guess what? Time is for no man. You can't get time back. Ain't that right, Phil? It's facts. It's facts.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And basically, guys, during that time period, I worked, I don't know how hard. I just studied, like you guys, again, my students see how much I work and study. I did pretty much even more when I was in university. This is all I did ever. And you have to have a plan. You have to say what you're going to do and keep yourself focused. I want to say, man, you talk about lonely. Oh my God. Boy, that was hard.
Yeah, it's hard, bro. Loneliness is big in that age range, bro.
It's
big.
was hard. And I did it, and I'm proud of that child in me who did it, who recognized that I in the future, like I at 51, was gonna stand on what I did as a young adult. And that's definitely true. And I would not be where I am today without that extreme amount of sacrifice that I did in my teens and 20s. Of course, I wish it could have been better. I wish I could have played sports, just had some intramural action, or, rode my bike more. I was a cyclist. I wish I could have done that. I wish I could have just walked outside more often and just been happy. Wish I could have gone to bars more often and just drink something and just relax. That didn't happen. Every single moment was an opportunity or a requirement for me to improve myself. There was no relaxation. There was no just, I'm going to chill out right now. Nope. If I had 3 weeks off from school, that meant I went to the library, checked out 20 books. And during my 3 weeks off, I was in my apartment or I was back home studying. That's all I did.
Facts, Phil. Same here, man. Studying hard during those years, being alone, no woman checking up on you, no woman bringing you tea and coffee or scones. But no one, bro. And getting to where you want to be, and looking back and be like, yo, literally no woman actually was showing you love back then. And that's why, like, I have no sympathy for Western women, particularly UK women. I just can't, because they didn't love me, they didn't check up on me, and they don't deserve any of my time or resources. They don't, bruv. Like, back then when I was studying hard, they were getting ran through. I didn't work hard my whole life, right, to wife up a 3 or 4. God forbid, right? I didn't work hard my whole life to wife up a 3 or 4. I got ran through in their 20s, bro. I don't think so. No.
I think it's funny. So women who went out and have like 3 kids with 3 different guys think that I spent 12 to 15 years sacrificing so that I could support another man's child and wipe her up and have no children of my own.
Madness. Absolute madness, man. Yeah, right.
And if I don't do that, then I'm not a real man. I was like, how do you say that? Like, what mouth said that? Like, how do you wake up in the morning and actually allow yourself to think that way? Are you serious? But that was the overwhelming, prevalent thought, I would say, from 1985 until pretty much this year. I mean, it wasn't really until Kevin Samuels came out that we start being able to address this kind of stuff. But you still got plenty of women out there who think this way. Again, you got 78% of black men. They're pretty much thinking the same way too, right? I just laugh. This is just ridiculous. I don't understand. Oh well. No, ladies, I did not sacrifice that many years so that I can simp for your little larva inside your house.
Facts.
That's not the way it worked.
Nah, bruv. Nah, it ain't happening. Rather be alone than deal with 3 or 4. It's not happening, bruv. Let me read the super chats. And brothers, get your passport, man. All right, get your passport and build yourself up between those years, man. It's very important. Stay focused, stay locked in. Keep yourself busy. Let me tell you, life gets better when you go abroad. I was just in Japan. I had a great time out there. I got a lot of content for you, a lot of videos, and it's amazing. All by getting your passport, getting into IT, staying locked in, being focused. That's why Q1 Python course coming next year, Q1, and of course Theo's cloud course next year too. Let's keep the momentum going, please. Shout out to Babatunde, our lawyer, for the support. Shout out to IP, catching you live after a while. Hope you're well, bro. Been a minute, brother. Theo is keeping us busy with AWS. All holiday plans cancelled for December. SA on my mind right now. Same here. I won't be traveling in December. I don't think so. I'm locked in all winter. I got to study hard. I need to, get some things prioritized throughout this winter. Then next year, I'm back traveling again. I don't think I'm going to travel for the next 2 months. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I will, but most likely not. Shout out to the brother again. Shout out to IP, catching up after a while. Keeping us no traveling in December. Need to get them certs. Yes, indeed. Get those certs, bro. Get those certs, please. Okay. Very important you do. Appreciate the support, brother. So next one to react to, okay? Let me see here. Present.
Another one. Techie Noir.
Let me see.
You read that one?
Shout out to Tech Noir for the support. Thank you, bro. Salute to you, Tech Noir. Thank you for the support. Brothers, I want to say thank you for the support so far, man, throughout this stream. I've been on YouTube for, I think, 10 years now, almost 10 years. So please support the channel, support what I do. We've changed a lot of lives here, but we need to change more lives, man. The journey hasn't stopped yet. There's a lot more to go, man. We still, this is still One Piece, bro. We're gonna have 1,000 episodes, bro. It ain't never gonna end, bro. Okay, this is our One Piece. And shout out to Luffy, and shout out to the whole crew at Straw Hat Pirates, man. If you know, you know. You know One Piece, feel?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
You know One Piece, the anime? You watched it before?
Yeah, I've watched it. Yeah. Yeah.
You like it, bro?
It's all right. I watch a lot of anime. I can't remember it all. I can't, it's the way it is. I'm not perfect here, but yeah, I do remember it.
Okay, let's react to this clip over here.
Men out here. So I meet a lot of successful men out here in Miami. Successful in many realms. Financially, they're in good shape. They've got a bit of social status. They've done something important in their lives. They might have been CEOs. They might be retired. But there's one thing that's destroying them. One thing that's destroying all of these men who have worked so hard their entire life. So
I wonder what that is.
Let's talk about this one thing that's letting all of these men down. So I met a successful guy the other day, tall, handsome, runs a robotics company, right? A robotics medical surgical company. Guy's like 6'4", great beard, but he doesn't want to settle down or get married. And
we can't blame him. The current climate today is hell, especially for a rich dude. If you're a rich guy with a lot of assets, you got a lot to lose, man. You got a lot to lose.
I was like, how come? I mean, I knew why, but I wanted to ask. I was like, how come, bro? How come you don't want to settle down or get married? Like, what is it that's stopping you from doing so? He's like, oh, man, it's just not for me, man. It doesn't make any sense. So I probed deeper and deeper to find out more. It's like, okay, what doesn't make sense? He was like, financially, I don't know what I would do. It doesn't make sense financially. All my assets would be under pressure. And I was like, what about a prenup? Wouldn't you get a prenup? And he was like, yeah, but that doesn't mean shit these days.
Oh, yeah. Interesting. Yeah, prenup doesn't mean anything these days. There you go. You see how the system is against men, to the point where prenups don't even mean nothing these days. I remember back in the day, right, a prenup was ironclad. And nowadays, courts will find some way to get around the prenup. It's insane, bruv. It's insane how the system, the feminist system, wants to take everything away from your hard work. What's the point in getting married in the West? What's the point?
Well, the whole thing about feminism, one of the major points about feminism focuses on asset transfer, so resource transfer. And as long as they can continue resource transfer, then they're good. They're Gucci. Everything is great. So what I always say, again, shout out to Sandman. Right. Again, based upon what Sandman stated, the first rule of us walking away and going our own way is the cessation of all resource transfer to women. If we're able to achieve that, we are actually doing what we're supposed to be doing. So that's the first point. And it invalidates everything that's going on in the courts, with society, expectations, blah, blah, blah. So first thing is, of course, if you want to retain your autonomy, if you want to be successful, resource transfer to a woman cannot occur. That's it. That's where the first line is drawn. So these guys are correct. I definitely agree with them. I wouldn't. You see me. I mean, I refuse to date in the United States. I refuse to do anything. Why? Because I'm liable for resource transfer to a woman. So there's no way I do it. Nothing. Zero. Not coffee. Nothing. Don't talk to them. Because only thing they're doing is thinking about how they can get resources from you. So it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it.
That's absolute facts, Phil.
She'll still take all your shit. So this guy was scared of losing everything he'd ever worked for because he doesn't think it's worth this concept of this old school concept of marriage. Let's admit it is a bit of an old school concept. This guy doesn't want to risk all the shit that he's ever worked for.
Do you believe marriage is an old school concept, Phil? Do you think marriage right now in 2024 is just something that, you know, isn't worth it? There's got to be a different system where, you know, you can be with a woman, but you're not at risk of losing money or assets, brother, if things go south with her. Because women are the ones who break up relationships and marriages more likely, more than men.
You're talking about Western women. You're talking about one demographic. So, no marriage with Western women. That's it. You just draw a line. No marriage with Western women. Then you have your normal marriage laws. You cannot have marriage in the West. That's the next point. So no marriage with Western women and no marriage in the West. Those are the 2 points. So after that, if you want to get married, like I want to married abroad, okay, go ahead and get married abroad. But make sure you check out the laws first and make sure that they are, what can I say, not destructive to you individually, and that you have a leg to stand on. So make sure you protect yourself. As long as you do that, marriage is great. I'm all for it. Yeah, I think it's a wonderful concept. I think it's a wonderful institution. Love it. Wonderful. But you must protect yourself. You cannot go into marriage thinking everything's going to be okay, especially if I just love her enough. No. That's not the way it works. You have to protect yourself at all times.
Facts.
Potentially go down the drain. He doesn't feel like it's worth him investing his time into one woman. That is the problem here. Most of these men feel like relationships are transient, which I would agree with, especially around here. Around here, it's about how much money you've got, how good you look. And if you lose all that shit, then everyone around you just doesn't become your friend anymore. You lose friends like this in Miami because it's a very transient, pretentious type place. Okay. Now, I'm not necessarily a transient or pretentious person. I can be, but ultimately, you know, I'm looking for a good life partner. I didn't say wife, because I'm also scared of that shit too.
Life partner. Phil, is that the alternative to marriage, Phil? Having a life partner and not marrying her and just, you know, but being with her only, but no marriage. Is that how we see the future going, Phil? Because more men are scared of marriage, Phil.
No, because they can do civil law marriage.
Huh. Damn.
Yeah. No, you cannot do that. So even if you're just living together, the law can come in, especially in some states, and say, we recognize this as your relationship as being on the level of marriage, and now you are liable. So no, you can't do that either. The best you can do is you have your house and she has your house, and you send her a text every once in a while, and you say, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and goodbye. That's it. That's all you say to her. That's you're for most men in America, with the liberal system that we have here, it's like Jim Crow for them. It's just that the only difference is that before Jim Crow was only for black men, now it's for all men. So you can't deal with it. You can't win in a system where you are always the enemy just by existing. It's impossible. And then you got guys out there thinking, well, I can do this and that, and I'll change her mind and I'll show her. No, you can do anything you want. There's still Order 66 against you. It's still coming. So in that situation, you cannot engage with women whatsoever. It's too dangerous.
Facts. Absolute facts, bro.
I have to get a prenup signed. There is no way I get married without a prenup. I will tell you that. No matter how much love is involved, no matter how much I love someone, no matter how much I think someone is good, don't mean shit to me. The paperwork needs to be signed. If no prenup is signed, I don't get married. It's as simple as that. I am not risking everything I have ever worked for since the dawn of time because somebody decide to change their mind, they don't want to be with me anymore, and they take half my shit. To me, that's the worst investment. I understand investments. I've been in investments.
Facts. Theo, prenup at least, even though it's not ironclad, but prenup at least,
No.
and any other system that is available. Oh no, you don't believe in prenups?
It's too easy to invalidate prenups. I had many conversations with lawyers in the United States about this. No, it's too dangerous. There's so many different ways that the judge can throw it out and say for this or that reason, blah, 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 prenup is not valid. So even with a prenup, no. Basically, you can only, this is what I had with my Japanese wife. This is the way you guys have to do it. Your marriage is outside the United States. Your woman is not Western. If you go to America with your wife, your marriage is not registered in the West. Okay? You do not give her a green card. It's the way it is. You cannot trust it. It is that bad. So no Western woman, no marriage to them, and no prenup in the West. All of them are not trustworthy.
Facts. Yep. Get your passport, brothers, and do it that way. Yes, indeed. It's
good. They could say for different reasons that it has to be invalidated. They create all kinds of different things that go on. Literally, you could be sitting there doing everything correct, totally in love with your wife, supporting her, do full thing, everything, and then she just pulls a divorce on you. It doesn't matter. She could make any kind of reason, and then she could be prepared for it. That's it. The one that gets me, she could sleep with you night in, day out, day in, day out. You think you're having a romantic relationship with you, and she's like, yeah, I'm, on this date, this is when Order 66 is going to happen. So she's just counting down the days when she's going to divorce you, and you're totally in love with her. Man, I'm serious. This stuff is very. You cannot trust it. So you guys in the chat again, I agree with Coach Greg Adams very much on this. We call this a cope strategy or copium. There's a lot of guys who are coping really hard, and they have this huge hope strategy where they think they can defeat the odds. Tom Brady couldn't defeat the odds. Who do you think you are? No, you're not going to defeat the odds. It's too dangerous. Don't consider marriage in the West.
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. Okay, next one. Let's see. So we got a clip here of a brother who's warning brothers about the Philippines, or passport bro, expat. Okay, let's see what he says.
Girls that
giving your money away to girls that are asking for it and that are planting seeds of hardship. That is the first red flag that you'll probably encounter when you are meeting Filipinas. They're not all going to do that, and that is the whole point of me mentioning this. Those that do, and it happens often, avoid it.
Facts. So I think obviously as men that have more resources, more money than foreign women, right, particularly in countries which are less richer than the United States, some women will see that and, you know, make up lies, or even if they don't even lie, expect you, right, to bankroll them. Okay. Now, this is very common from what the guys say in the Philippines, where women make up lies about hardship, they need money this, money that, and you're going to be paying for every single thing in her life. Now, so I think there's two ways around it, right? If she's your wife, if she's a housewife, then yes, I think, you know, you're going to be the breadwinner and paying for the bills, right? But she's your girlfriend and she's talking to you about hardship, you paying for all the stuff. Is that where we draw the line there, Theo? Particularly when we go abroad?
How do I say this? Okay. So with the hardship here that you're really talking about, this point in here, there's a lot of hardship in the Philippines. This is an issue. So it's easy to say that, like, don't go out with someone who has hardship, or don't talk with them. I wouldn't necessarily say that. In a way, yes. In a way, no. Look at her position in life and what her values are, and then talk with her and see where she's at, and then from there proceed. But proceed with your eyes open, and don't what can I say? Don't rule out a good thing. Straight out. So I'll give you an example of this. My first girlfriend that I had was in Russia, and there was a famine in Russia at the time, and like none of us had food, including myself, because there really wasn't food there at that time. It was actually very hard. So when I was dating my girlfriend, I was aware that she had a financial problem. There was no doubt on my mind. She never asked me for money at all, but I knew she had an issue with money. Okay, so she never asked for it. That goes along with what this guy is saying. But, you know, should I have given her a few dollars every once in a while to help her out? Maybe. Well, that would have gone far, right? When I dated women in the Philippines, one of the best, most affectionate, loving girl that I ever dated, she was entirely broke, and she needed my financial support, which I gave to her. I still wonder why the heck I didn't marry her, because she was totally into me. I mean, she was ready to go to the ends of the world for me. But you know, it didn't work out, mainly because of my decision. So again, there might be a gem there. Just have your eyes open and make sure you know what you're getting into.
Okay.
Heard another story a guy emailed me about that he went through with starting out, meeting someone, becoming head over heels for her, getting excited about the potential, and then it all started, the hardship, and he started helping her out, and that led to more requests for more money, and it became a bigger thing. All right,
Theo, isn't that a problem, right? So you're helping her out, right? But she asked for more money, more help, etc., etc. Is that at that point where you believe that she may be using you or passport bro?
Yeah, I would say pretty much anywhere in the world, guys. Again, okay. So I've never talked about this, have I? Ukraine without war. So in Ukraine during peacetime, and then Philippines and Thailand. you shouldn't be having to give anything more than $200 a month to somebody. That would be like anything above that would be crazy. I never had an issue with having to give money to women in Brazil. I wasn't there long enough, but I would say there I wouldn't do anything more than $100 or $200 a month, right? And that's just for her basic things that she might need to help her out. But this would only be for a woman who is really going full out and trying to be with me. If she's asking for anything more than $200 a month, can her. Something's wrong. This isn't going to work.
Two, my experience since starting this whole thing and meeting girls online and chatting with them and getting to know them and even, dating in person is it seems like lying is so common in the Philippines. I know people lie everywhere, and I'm not trying to say that Filipinos are the only ones that lie. That's not what I'm getting at. But there seems to be this trend with lying about certain things, and it's related to feeling maybe a little more desperate or a little more urgency to find someone to help them have a better life, to get them out of a situation that they're not happy with. And therefore, they don't want to scare anyone away. So they want to paint the perfect picture, or they want to avoid saying certain things. And a lot of times it's little sneaky lies, right? Like they'll tell you they live in Cebu City or Manila, but really they live in some other island far away, but their profile will say Cebu City. And until you really find that stuff out, you might be misled a little bit, and that's a little sneaky thing, right? I'm not saying that's the worst lie ever, but these are things that you have to know. A lot of times.
So, let's break that down for you, all right? So, is that an issue, right, when you date women from less developed countries where they know, again, you're of a high status, have money, and they will lie to keep you? Okay.
Yes.
That's a problem, right? Because a woman who lies too much is not wifey, right? If you can't tell the truth.
No. You have to think about this situation. Remember, Christ was walking through a crowd one time, and he said, "Who touched me? I felt power come out through me." He understood that he had healed somebody, but he didn't actually actively heal the person, but the healing power came out through him. And a woman said to him that, basically she felt herself to be unworthy of even talking to him. So she just talked. She felt his cloak, the back of his cloak, in order to be healed because she believed in him, but she didn't think that she was worthy to actually talk to him. See, that's real life. That's real humbleness. I mean, that's somebody doing the best, actually needs something, doing the best, but recognizing they may not be worthy of you. And that's all they can do. And I can't dink that person for doing that. So if there's a woman out there who, needs to have a man and she has no money at all, like I'm talking about the Philippines, but, she has a nearly zero body count, has decent education, but she has no options. And she says she lives in Cebu, but she actually lives in Samar, for example. I've had this experience before. She might be the best thing that ever happened to you. And so you can't ding her for saying that she lives in a major city in order to get you because she wants to be your wife. She wants to be your husband. She wants to be a wife for you. You can't ding her for that. That you might be the best thing that ever happens to her, and the difference between her having a family or her having no family. It's okay. As long as she's not running a game to you, go ahead. Think about Japan too. How many Kanagawa country girls, country bumpkins, as we always say, in Nakape, these country bumpkins in the middle of nowhere, get themselves all glammed up and then go to Roppongi because they're trying to meet like a really rich guy, right? There's really no difference between the two. They're just a degree of severity. That's it. But to the rich guy who's like a trader, she's the same as that poor girl in the Philippines. There's really not much difference. So that guy is the prize. Well, if she loves him, gives her all of her love, gives him children, supports him, she might be the best thing that ever happened to him. Can't ding her for that. Can't ding her for trying. Okay, I'll let it happen.
Okay.
They will hide information from you about having kids and things like that, or being married and separated.
Now that's a problem there, Theo. That kind of lie right there. Now you kind of.
Yeah, that happens to me.
No way. What?
Yeah. Yeah, I got a story. But yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to go too far into it. Well, yeah, that did happen to me one time. Yeah, beautiful girl though. Look, if it happens, it happens. Things happen like that in life. Okay, so there is a line. If she's actually married, or she actually has a child somewhere in the background. Yeah, can't. That's too far.
Facts.
Versus single, like they're actually married, but they don't want to tell you that because that's a huge, well, it's a taboo thing, and they know that a lot of guys won't even consider a girl that's separated, that's legally married. Having kids, that's a very common thing. They'll hide that information from you. Number 4, I'm going to lay this out there, and I'd love to know everyone's thoughts on this. Dating is not much of a thing. So if you are spending time with someone and you are becoming more exclusive with, you're chatting with each other and you're talking of going out there, in your mind, you're getting to know them and you want to go meet them. But in their mind, things are evolving much quicker, and they could be thinking much more way down the road. It's a relationship. They're thinking kids, they're thinking marriage, they're maybe feeling like they're falling in love. And, you know, if the family's involved and if you're meeting the family, there's so much more at stake. And if you go there and you realize after meeting in person it's much different than you thought it was going to be, it can be kind of disastrous if you tell her that. If you want to move on and you want to go in a different direction, it can be devastating, right? So this is something that just be aware of.
Damn. So he's saying that when you're dating a Filipina chick, even just after 1 or 2 dates, she's thinking that marriage, boyfriend, girlfriend, that quickly. So they move faster, Theo. Whereas, let's keep it real, Theo, right? A lot of Western dudes will take some time to get to know a chick who'll go on several dates, and then they're not thinking about marriage that quickly. She's in our lives, we're passport bros, we're having a fun time. But some chicks are thinking, you know, okay, yeah, we get married in 6 months, we're a official couple, after a month, meet dad and mum. Is that a good or bad thing for you? You know, when women think like that quickly?
This is something where I actually will side with the woman on this one. Kevin Samuels called this dating with intention. I agree with dating with intention. You should only, as far as I'm concerned, you should only be dating for marriage. I've said this always in my entire life. If you're dating in order to have some fun, that usually results in STD, child deletion, single motherhood, and people saying that you ain't ish. And that's not something that I need or that I want to be spreading around. You should always know what you want and date with an intention. If I'm going out with a girl, it's because I'm thinking that maybe she is marriage material and I want to evaluate her some more. If I don't think that she's a marriage material, I don't date her. It's the way it is. Straight out, day one. And my conservatism on here, again, I've said this time and time again in the class, it comes at an utter shock to my students. I'm like, hey, look, this is why I don't have any baby mamas. That's the way it is. So somebody says there, how do you get to know her, though? You can get to know her. Yes, of course, you get to know her. But what most of the time, what you guys are doing is saying, okay, it's date number 3. I want your face in a pillow and your hips in the air. And you're thinking you're getting to know her. And only thing you're doing is increasing our bad image abroad. That's it. And if you date with intention, you're not doing that at all. You're actually taking her out and actually talking to her. Actually going out to dinner with her. Listening to her. See what's going on. And then you're able to understand if she's good or not. And then you need to know who you are and what you want in a relationship and what your goals are. If you don't know what those points are, you shouldn't be dating, because you're more of a disturbance out there than anything else. You're just creating chaos and destruction. That's it. So, and you date women who have the same thinking as you. So if she's just a fast woman, get away from her, because that's child support payments. That's all that is. Why are you with her? All she has to do is, get knocked up, and then she's a victim. She gets 18 years of support and saying that you ain't ish, and the whole society is for her against you. Why are you even dealing with it? Well, I want to do this. Stop thinking that way. You're just destroying yourself. Good. You got to be fundamentally conservative. So in this case, I actually agree with what this guy is saying. Well, sorry, I agree with what the woman is saying. What he's talking about at this one. If you're talking to her for a long time, you should be already know what you want from marriage and be thinking, is this woman good for marriage? In 10 years, do I see myself with this woman and 3 kids, and we're all happy together? Do you see this? No? Okay. Maybe you should move on.
Facts. Okay. That's a fair point there, Phil. That's an absolute fair point. Interesting. Okay. Thank you, Phil. I think in regards to that point, I think bros gotta know what they want. Okay. So if they don't want to get married, Phil, right? If they don't want to a marriage type relationship, I think that they should let the woman know up front, instead of leading her on or assuming things. Let her know, hey, I'm not thinking about marriage. I want to have fun, but I want to be with you. How do you feel about that? If you disagree, let's split up or let's go our ways. If you agree, okay, let's be together. But I'm making it very clear that there'll be no marriage in a situation. As long as that's clear, I think that's cool. Whereas if there's no communication there, and she's thinking that, oh, okay, you're dating her, gonna get married, and then you don't wife her up, and it comes out that you're not interested in marriage, that might be a problem. And you got to know that in these societies, they're a lot more conservative than in the US, bro, and the UK. And that's why you have to be aware. You have to be culturally aware of these countries you go to, whether it's Japan, Philippines, Kenya, South Africa. They're a lot more conservative. So you got to be aware about how they do things before you go there and, maneuver very correctly there. I think that's very important. So great points on all sides. Awesome. Fantastic. Phil, how you feeling, bro? You want to carry on or you want to jump off? How you feeling, bro?
We can do one more. I got to clean the house some more. So, yeah, I got it. And then I got to also go back to work. So, yeah, I do got things. But I've been having a pretty good stream. It's pretty slow today in Japan, so I'm good.
Yay! Woo! Okay, so let me bring this article over here. Okay, so I've got an article on the video for you, though, if you want to do that, Theo. So let's bring up this article here on Theo's ancestral homeland. Okay.
What, Mustafar? Are you talking about Mustafar here?
What, in Turkey?
I was born on Mustafar. You don't remember Mustafar?
No, what's that?
Chat, please instruct IP of what Mustafar is.
That's Turkey. Oh man, I know that. That's Turkey, right? Mustafa.
No, it's not Turkey. No. Let's say it's a little warm there. The surface isn't entirely solid.
Oh wow! Okay,
it's a lava planet. Yeah, there you go.
Star Wars. This guy, bruv.
Yeah, I always say I was born on Mustafar. That's it.
Well, how do you guys know in the chat though? So we have some Star Wars fans here. Okay, interesting. How do you guys know that?
You should know your Star Wars, bro. I got it. Do I have to have do we have to have a Python session and do Star Wars simultaneously? Look, this is Chewbacca. This is a Wookiee. Right here. Okay, this is Chewbacca. He identifies as a Wookiee, and if you don't agree, you're racist and sexist.
Oh man. How are you? You're right, Chewbacca. You did good, yeah? Don't be naughty.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's good.
Good boy, Chewbacca. Good boy. Shiba, if you gotta get you a Shiba Inu, bro. Why don't you have a Shiba Inu? Come on, man.
I don't like Shiba Inu.
They're cute. Come on, bro.
No, they're not cute. Look, Cutie was cute. See, look, I'll show you Cutie. Look, here it goes. See, there. See the brown dog right there?
That's she's all right. She or he? Okay.
She. So I bought both of those dogs in Japan.
Wow.
The Dachshund is Cutie, and the white dog is Dabe. Right. So those are my dogs. Those were my dogs from before I had in Japan. Those are cute dogs. Those are cute. I don't like Shiba Inu.
I saw a lot in Japan. A lot of them in Japan, bro. And I'm like, oh my, these dogs are cute.
Hachiko's a Shiba Inu.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right? Yeah, cute dog. I just never have a thing for him. That's it.
No, Hachiko's a Akita Inu. Akita, right?
Oh, that's right, Akita. That's right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's right. But again, I like Dachshunds. I like English cream Dachshunds. That's my thing. I like English scones also. English scones are the bomb. I can't get them here in America. I can get them in Japan, but I can't get them in America. I miss my English scones. You guys got some good scones.
So
why am I here, IP? Give me, and I should go over there and liberate you. This is what I do. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go there and meet you, get some fish and chips with you, have a session, and then I get a bunch of ninjas out, gonna kidnap you and put you on an airplane. We're gonna take you back to Japan. That'll be good.
So we see a feel, right? Trade turnover between Russia and African countries has reached a historic high of $24.5 billion. Insane. Okay. So in 2021, Russia exported the most goods to Egypt, 28 of total exports to Africa, or 4.2 billion. Algeria, 3 billion. Senegal, 1.2 billion. Morocco, 1.2 billion, etc., etc. In 2023, the trade turnover increased by almost 37% to 24.5 billion compared to last year. And in the first 8 months of 2024, Russian trade turnover grew by another 18.5% to 18.6 billion. Okay, stated by Dmitry, who's Russia's deputy minister of economic support. Okay, so moreover, by 2030, a twofold increase in mutual trade volumes is projected, he added. Almost 9% of Russia's exports to Africa last year consisted of oil and oil products, wheat, various metals, and metal products. Imports from Africa mainly include agricultural products like fruits, nuts, coca, and coffee. Oh my goodness. So these ties are now indeed developing successfully, bringing mutual benefits to all our countries, promoting economic and social growth, and improving people's well-being. Okay. However, Russia's exports traditionally exceed the volume of goods imported from African countries. Both sides, he said, are working to increase purchases in African countries to reduce this imbalance. Okay. It says here, Volvac has also identified several promising areas for African-Asian cooperation, increasing exports of products and services, developing tourism, and joint products in the energy sector. Okay. Furthermore, Russian business is interested in investing in African countries. The Ministry of Economic Development of Russia is working on the possibility of signing agreements on the promotion and mutual protection of investments with several African countries. Okay. Currently, 6 agreements have been concluded with Angola, Egypt, Zimbabwe, Libya, Equatorial Guinea, and South Africa, while 2 more, Congo and Morocco, are in the process. Okay. We are helping Russian businesses enter the markets of African countries and address current issues through intergovernmental commissions on trade, economic, and scientific technical cooperation. Whoa! Sophia, we're seeing more involvement between Russia and Africa and Africa and Russia. The cooperation between both nations or both continents, or however you want to call it, is growing year by year. A lot of people are saying that Russia is going to fall off because of the whole war, right, that's happening right now. Russia is over for Russia. They're gonna become a pariah. Doesn't appear so, Theo. They got BRICS going well for them. They've got trade that's popping off, sorry, with various African countries. Russia is going nowhere, Theo. In fact, I feel like Russia is only going to increase its influence and increase its power on a global stage. Okay, and Theo, with Trump back in office as well, we can expect the Russian-Ukraine war to end by sometime next year. I think Trump won't allow it to happen. There's going to be some sort of agreement or deal between both countries brokered by Trump. So Russia, in my opinion, brother, right, long-term wise, they're going to win. They're going to do well, Theo. We can't count out Russia, Theo. And saying that, they have links in Africa, right? And Africa also has links with Russia. Africa is not abandoning Russia. In fact, they're also helping out Russia when it comes to trade. So what's your thoughts here, Theo, in this particular article, my statement there, Theo? You're on mute.
I'm here. Please.
What?
Please. No. 24.5 billion is barely anything. Your trade with France, just with France, is over 100 billion pounds yearly. It's bilateral. Given the amount of people you're talking about and the resources, and it's only 24.5 billion, it's pennies, or it's, in your case, it's shillings. This is very, very, very low. It's cute stuff, but historically, even now, Russia really doesn't have anything to give.
Whoa. Oil, metal, natural resources, Theo.
That's why it's only 24.5 billion. Again, UK and France, just two countries, over 100 billion pounds per year. Two countries, just there. The amount of people, again, so you got what, 55 million in the UK? Got about 60 million in France, something like that?
Mm-hmm.
So roughly half the population of Russia. These two are doing more, or doing 4 times more. Actually, it's more than that because it's a pound, so probably more like 5 pounds. 5 times more trade volume. And Russia has a population over 200 million. And these other countries have their populations. It's shillings. This is a very low amount. And then, of course, I mean, if you look at the United States, Mexico, right now our trade volume is just about at $1 trillion per year. So Russia has a long way to go. I would say if they can get their trade volume more going with China, that would be good. But the real country that everybody's trying to trade with is China, right? Russia, I mean, the only thing of value that Russia really has for export is military, oil, and blondes. That's it. That's all they got. Nobody trying to get Russian stuff. It's nothing. I mean, ships go to Russia with some things, and Russia really don't have that much to give them off. And just the way it is. Got some I don't know, snow, some seals up there. And that's about it. So, good luck to Russia, but they've never really been able to increase their trade. What they really need to do is reform their institutions and set up manufacturing plants and then actually trade correctly with the EU. That was, again, when I was in grad school, that was always something that I advocated. And then in particular, Ukraine needs to do it. And then if they did that, it would actually fulfill a lot of European security issues by having the manufacturing being local in Europe instead of being in China, which gives more wealth and more job opportunities for Europeans, which is what I would definitely go for. Yeah, that actually makes sense. But Russia doesn't have. I mean, they got some MiGs that didn't get shot down in Ukraine. Okay.
let's not count out Russia, bro. I think I think 2025 when Trump gets in, and I think obviously the war is holding them back. Countries have done less trade with them, EU, European countries, but I feel like Africa potential is going to boom heavily, and this is just starting points for you. 10 years from now, this might be 500 billion. It doesn't
increase that quick. No, there's no way. They don't have the logistics to do it. The biggest hope would actually be creating logistic hubs with the EU. That's the market. That's where you want to get into. You want to get into the EU, particularly at this point, because they have the wealthiest local area for trade. If you're trading with China, it's a long logistical run to go. So if Russia wants to get back in, this is going to be a hard thing to do. If Putin uses Trump as an excuse to make peace, which is what I think he's going to do, that would be tactically the best thing for Putin to do at this point in order to get out of the war and save face to the Russian people. If he does that, that's good, but it doesn't mean that he's actually having a peace agreement with the rest of Western Europe, and in particular Poland. So these guys can keep on funding the Ukrainians through this. They don't need the United States. They can keep on going and just keep on giving arms to Ukraine to sustain a battle. And that might happen. So it's not just guaranteed if Trump stops funding, or if they do something, that the Ukrainians will actually accept it. So we have to see what will actually happen in the negotiations. I'm hopeful for this. I would, even if Putin in a propaganda manner said it's because of Trump that he's going to pull out of Ukraine 100%, go for it. I know that's BS, Putin, but no problem. I don't care. You're pulling out of Ukraine? Good. You're leaving? Good. That's exactly what should happen. Okay, that's a good thing. You pulled out, then Ukraine can start the recovery, and then we can start doing reparations, which is exactly what the EU is going to demand from Russia. They're going to demand reparations for the war.
Okay, we'll see. I think it's still starting blocks, but I think there's potential between Africa and Russia trade and seeing what they can do in the future. And I'm excited for that, but we'll see. We shall see. Stop screen.
I hope they have trade. I have no problems with them having trade. No, I think it's good. I just have no hope in Russia. That's all. If they're, for example, Senegal or Algeria, if they really want to get their trade on, trade with France, trade with Germany. That's the market. Go make something and give it to the Germans, right? Trade with those markets. That's a good area to go into. Russia, it's kind of okay, but I mean, it's not. You're not really talking about rich people there. You're not talking about rich per capita. I mean, it's kind of like trick or treating, right? If you're a kid, you're trick or treating. You want to go to the rich neighborhood and go trick or treating. You don't want to go to Section 8. Yeah, because they might trick or treat in a different way. I mean, you might get some candy, but so okay, so you can go there when it's light and then get out of there real quick and go to the rich neighborhoods. That's what I would do. I mean, that's just it. So I'm not trying to ding on trade. If Africa can trade, good. If it could make money from that, great. Okay, great. If it could. Africa, trade with Brazil, trade with Mexico. Those are bigger markets, all right? Trade with the United States, Canada, trade with France, UK. Those are great markets. Okay, try to get into the Chinese market and trade there if you can, all right? Let's see again if you can sell something to China. Let's see if that works. So Chinese really aren't buying foreign products right now, but if that's possible, great, you got it. Trade with Malaysia, Indonesia. There's a large population. But see if India will open its markets so you could sell something to them. All right, that's something. Okay, let's do that. But I'm just saying.
Look at this,
Same
right?
with Russia, man. I'm just, Section 8 ain't so great. What can I say?
Wow, calling Russia Section 8, bro. I mean, that's a stretch, bro. What?
Have you been there? Because when I was there, that was the first thing I thought. I was on the airplane landing in Russia. I said, this entire country is Section 8.
Flipping heck, bro.
Yeah. When I was in Russia, okay, I was there for a year. I saw everything. I saw quite a lot. When I went to the UK, I thought the UK was rich beyond all comprehension. And then I went to New York. I was stunned. I couldn't believe what I saw. I'm not joking with you. This is my real experience. I was at JFK and I was looking off into the distance and I saw this beautiful building and it looked like high-rise luxury apartments. I couldn't believe it. I was like, look how they built that. It's with proper bricks. I can see that it was made that had proper design. I can see that it has heat properly and everything's working on that building. I asked someone, I said, what's that building over there? It looks like a luxury apartment. Do you know what the person said to me?
What do you say?
Said, that's the projects. I didn't see normal housing. I was seeing the projects. After 1 year being in Russia, I thought New York projects were luxury apartments. I am not joking. So when I say that Russia is Section 8, I'm not joking. Section 8.
Flipping heck. Okay. So here's another article, right? Okay. And hopefully this makes you happier, Theo. Okay. So BRICS announces proposal to create global crypto investment platform. Whoa. Okay. BRICS, the future. Let's go. So in what is certainly a groundbreaking moment for the economic alliance, the BRICS bloc has proposed the creation of a new global crypto investment platform. Indeed, Russian President Vladimir Putin recently unveiled the idea had been suggested and would heavily involve cryptocurrencies. Oh my goodness, man. The bloc has been developing its own blockchain-based payment system for much of the last year. However, it is yet to unveil any substantial process made for its eventual launch. Still, the most recent announcement confirms the collective's continued commitment to the growing asset class. Let's go. Russian President Putin proposes the creation of a global BRICS investment platform that utilizes digital, aka cryptocurrency. Okay, so it says here, right? For much of the last 2 years, the BRICS bloc has firmly embraced a greater role in global economics. Much of that has come in the effort to lessen international reliance on the US dollar, yet they could be set to introduce greater measures to integrate cryptocurrencies based on a monumental announcement today. Okay, the BRICS bloc has announced a recent proposal to create a global investment platform. Indeed, Vladimir Putin discussed the idea at the Baodao Discussion Club's plenary session on Friday. Moreover, the statement was made before Bitcoin surged to 83K all-time high this week. He says here, right? From Putin, his words, we suggest creating a new investment platform of BRICS countries using electronic assets, developing them. Okay, the point is to create such a platform of electronic payments with the use of bits, which will be possible to invest in developing countries and those primary markets of South Asia, Africa, and Latin America in parts. Whoa. Russia announced that it unbanned cryptocurrencies from international trade earlier this year. The move was set up to open increased global dealings using the emerging assets and curtail increased Western sanctions. This proposed platform would fast track that potential and solidify the bloc's crypto reach approach. Yo, so BRICS is going to utilize cryptocurrency, bro. Okay, cryptocurrency, man, is the future, and this is where the wealth is going to be made for passport bros and for individuals who come from backgrounds where it's not privilege, This is the time, right? Okay, to start considering crypto, and I think it's very important that brothers, men, right, have exposure to cryptocurrency. Because feel right, if BRICS jumps on crypto, it's over. It's over, bro. It's over. China, Brazil, Russia, Saudi Arabia, and all the BRICS partners in crypto, but we're talking millions, if not billions, added to the crypto market cap. This is insane.
Okay. That's all I gotta say about that one. Like, all right, see what happens.
Let's see what happens, Phil, man. Let's see it. This is it, bruv. You know, Phil, BRICS is the future, and like it or not, Phil, Russia's part of that future too. Russia's part of that future, and we can't just, you know, ignore Russia in the grand scheme of things. They are with BRICS. They are part of BRICS. They are founding members of BRICS. And if they start getting more involved in crypto and Bitcoin, Phil, which is a universal asset that's decentralized, the West can't ignore the BRICS anymore, Phil.
Yeah. Right. Okay. If I had the BRICS or the Mexican peso, I'd go with the peso. Serious. It's a better currency. We'll see what we always keep our eyes on Russia. That's the truth. You always keep because they got the science and tech. So you do have to keep your eyes on Russia. That's actually very true. But in terms of a global player financially, not really. If they establish a stock market on the level of Frankfurt, maybe start saying something, but I don't see that, man. So we'll see we'll see what they do. It's cute what they're doing right now. I see a lot of stuff that Putin is doing, but for the most part, I think Putin's just trying to stay in power and stay alive. That's it, because the failure that he has in Ukraine is so great. He understands that most of the time this usually ends in what can I say? A spiritual revelation regarding which religion is correct for the deposed leader. So let's he has his interest. Let's see what Russia really does in the end.
I think this helps with crypto adoption, and I think that's a key point as to where things will start flying. Theo, we're seeing Bitcoin at nearly 89K this year. 2025, Bitcoin could reach. People are saying maybe 200K, maybe 150K. Theo, so imagine the amount of wealth that cryptocurrency will bring upon individuals in that market. And Theo, right now, a lot of people still don't believe in crypto. But those who believe in crypto, those who are invested, are going to make it with the wealth and the opportunities that crypto will open up for brothers, even in the IT space, Theo, right? Imagine the jobs that cryptocurrency will create in the IT space, Theo. That's going to be insane. So BRICS adopting crypto with its platform is good for everyone, Theo. Everyone. I'm super excited, bro. I'm super excited.
Okay, yeah, keep the hope up. All right.
Feel right, but let me feel. What is man without hope? Feel. What is mankind without hope? Feel. If we want to go to the moon, we need hope.
It's like
feel,
saying
right?
you have a hope that Keisha will have a body count of 1, no children, no baby daddies, and she can cook and clean. I'd be like, okay, bro. Yeah. Or some of my students, they have hope that if they make enough money in cloud, that they can just go back to Keisha and win her heart, and she'll be a good wife. I'm like, okay, might as well add BRICS to the mix too. I mean, why not? Entertain me. Go ahead. Let's see what happens. Yeah, there are key people who aren't involved in this kind of thing. So, yeah, we'll see how this happens. But again, BRICS or the peso. Right now, I go with the Mexican peso.
I'm going with BRICS field because BRICS says will adopt Bitcoin, and a Bitcoin currency is definitely going to champ the Mexican pesos field. Okay.
BRICS is Mexican pesos currency. What can I say? It's the amount of trade that Mexico is currently engaged in is massive. So if you exclude China, if you look at the BRICS as a group, they don't have combined trade more than Mexico, right? So if you can't add liquidity to the yuan, and it's not easy, you have again the ability to transfer markets. You don't have the ability to take assets in and out of a country in a very liquid manner that China does not have. Then any kind of currency based upon this kind of environment or this kind of structure you're talking about is doomed to fail. It's the way it is. So that's why I'm kind of looking at it, I'm like, okay, all right. Because at least the peso is liquid. So, and the peso, then they have oil too. So, I mean, they got manufacturing, they got plenty of things going on.